some work, why? Do some work, why? Do some work, do some work, get some blood on your shirt. Do some work, get some blood on your shirt. Do some work, get some blood on your shirt. Do some work, get some blood on your shirt. Do some work, get some blood on your shirt. Take off your skirt, yeah, don't flirt. Get it in, yeah, it's time to win. Yes, it's time to get up, yes, it's time to win. Yes, free from sin, born again. Do some work, get some blood on your shirt. It's so frightening, it's exciting. When I get it in, it strikes like lightning. Electricity, do some work. Don't be afraid to get blood on your shirt. Yeah, sometimes it hurts, but I guarantee it works. Ooh, don't flirt, don't wear a skirt. Be a man, please understand. It's time to work, it's time to do additions. It's time to work, it's time to go on missions. Stay in tune with the God, fuck the squad. If you ain't in tune with us, yeah, I'll go solo, don't you know though? So 100 Nation, that's for sure though. I do the work, I get the blood on my shirt, oh my God, yes it squirts. But I let it release, I get the peace. Oh my God, I slay them devils, rest in peace. Till they lay down and deceased. And do some work, get some blood on your shirt. I don't acknowledge no shit that is fake. I can't stand police niggas, they're jakes. Yes, you cannot relate. Sometimes you do the math that doesn't equate. Oh my God, heaven's sakes. Oh my God, what the hell, yeah. What's the smell? I don't smell shit, cause you don't know how to do nothing. You don't know how to do it. Nigga, quit, forfeit, lay it down. Shh, don't make a sound. Yes, I'm profound and I get it in. Yes, we're born to win. I said, do some work, get some blood on your shirt. It's a soldier's life, nigga, blood on your shirt. Fuck all the laughing shit, fuck all the flirts. Fuck all the play shit, fuck all the skirts. We not feminine, we not like women. We like men, we get it, then we born again. Stop that shit, please, stop that shit. Do some work and get some blood on your shirt. Don't make me shake you up, don't make me wake you up. Don't make me slam you down, lay you to the ground. Shake you up, take the bitch out of you. Lift you up, take the bitch out of you. I pursue to take the bitch out of you. I pursue to take the bitch out of you. Ladies, don't be afraid. Fuck these niggas, don't be they slave. Yes, they'll take you down to the grave. Listen bitches, don't be they slave. Fuck with a king, be a queen. Come through, move like a machine. Stay mean and stay clean. Look up in the sky, yes, have a dream. Martin Luther King, the God that flows through me. Yes, they call me T-E-E-S-I-R-E. Sire, oh I'm on fire. Lightning strikes, I ain't no liar. I speak the truth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Press rewind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Press rewind. Yes, it strikes through the spine. It strikes through the roof. It's the truth. Mathematics, get it in. Mathematics, get it again. 1, 2, 3. Good Thursday night, world, and welcome to another episode of Lab Talk with the Dog God, aka the Coach, aka the Elon Musk of high performance working dogs. That is me, he is I, and I am him, yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. Big salute to my brethren. Who do we have at pole position tonight? We got the Bakari. We got the Bakari with first place. He's got the pole position straight out of Canada, man. My brother, the Bakari, straight out of Canada with that pole position on, and with that close second, man, we got my brother Reddy out of New York, man. Out of New York like that paste pecani sauce, man. New York City. Yeah, my brother Young Reddy from New York, and we got my other brother Cooper
nice. And you guys already know how I feel about that 1, 2, and 3, that Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, and that pyramid, and that number 3, the root number. That's right. Big salute to all my brothers on the podium, and big salute to my brother Duro Ricio Bully Camp. Big salute to my brethren Duro, man. Salute Duro. We got Verde Bulls, man. My young buck Verde, man. Salute to my brother Verde all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada, man. My young brother Verde, man. So ahead of his time, this young brother is, man. I'm so proud of him. Big salute to you, young Verde. Who else we got up there? We got my brother Bill from Blue Line Terriers, man. Big salute to my brother Bill, man. Big salute to Bill, man. Salute my brother. And we got my brother Caveman. Caveman. Big salute to you, brother Caveman. Who else we got up in here in the building? Who else we got up in the building? I think I saw my brother Inquisitive Dejen. We got my brother Inquisitive Dejen in the building. Yes, sir. Another smart engineer, my brother Inquisitive Dejen. And we got my brother Lucky Mills, Lucky Mills, Lucky Mills. We got my brother Lucky Mills in the building, man. Big salute to you, Lucky Mills. Who else do we got? We got Daryl Levins. Big salute to you, Darren Levins. He's out there in New York too. Salute to you, Daryl. My brother Daryl, big salute to you. We got Rogue Wolf Project in the building. My brother Rogue Wolf Project. Big salute to you, Rogue Wolf, man. Much love and respect to you, Rogue Wolf. And we got my brother Tony. Tony has done it again. It feels good. Yeah, we got my brother Tony in the building once again. And salute to all of you who will be trickling in. You know what I mean? Salute to all of you who will be sitting in the middle of the classroom, and salute to all of you in the back of the classroom, because you know what? There is no other classroom on the net like it. For us, high performance working dog man and working dog women engineers, us pioneer dog men. You know what I mean? We come from the essence of the ancestor dog men who created dogs, who believed in the composite breed theory that created breeds, right? The composite formula created every breed on the planet Earth. Multiple dogs created a breed. And we fall in line with those individuals who said, I'm lacking something. Let me take this and let me take that and let me take this. And it's like that and like this and like that. And it's like this. What? Come on, shout out to Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg for that one. That's right. Salute to all of you for coming in this classroom, coming to learn, coming to not be entertained, coming to deal with a coach that's on some real man shit, real alpha masculine, not beta shit, alpha masculine type shit. Only want to deal with men. Men is tough in their emotions. Men is tough in their skin. Men is tough in their spirit. Because at the end of the day, iron sharpens iron, man. And we here to sharpen each other up as engineers, as dog men. So big salute to all of you. Now, before I get into my week, you already know, man, let's get comfortable. You know what I mean? Let's get comfortable, y'all, because, you know, we got a high-level classroom that we about to tap into. So I want you guys to focus. I want you to feel relaxed. You know, we got a lot of work going on in our day, in our life. You know what I mean? A lot of things happening. You know, sometimes we got to separate ourselves from those things that's happening so that we can focus on the classroom tonight, Thursday night. And this is another top tier class, just like all the other ones that we did. 127 episodes of classroom type shit. Okay. This is just another one, but I want you guys to, if you like your herbal sensations, man, get your backwoods, your paper planes, your Swisher Sweets, your guards, your bongs, your edibles, your lotions, your drink, whatever you infuse the herbal sensations with, okay, get that shit ready to go. Make sure it's the premium, okay? Make sure it's not no low-level tier type shit where you got to smoke them like cigarettes. Where you got to eat them like you got to, you know, you got a glutton. You got a glutton spirit, so you just eat. No, make sure it's something that you just, you know, take a little piece of, smoke a little, and put that bitch out, because I don't want you fully blown. I want you to pay attention. That's what I want you to do. So make sure you get your herbal sensations ready to go. Have your lighters ready. Have everything ready to go right now. Get ready to light that bitch up. When I say cheers, get ready to light that motherfucker up. Now, I know some of you guys are already lit already, but you know what? When we say cheers, you know what I mean? At the end, man, light that. That's when y'all on the herbal sensation, light that bitch up. Like when we say cheers, just hit the lighter. You take your edible, eat that bitch. Take your fucking infused beverage, drink the shit, bathe yourself in a lotion, whatever you're gonna do with the herbal sensations, man, with the THC, man, get that bitch ready to go right now, okay? And if you like the taste of hops, I know my brother Duro loves the taste of hops. Hey, brother Duro, hey, no troll, brother Duro, no troll, man. Love, all love, man. But if you like the taste of hops, you like the light hops, you like the dark hops, you like the malt liquor, the super strong hops like my father likes, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my father, man. My father, man, he went to, you know what I mean? He tried to go to rehab. It didn't work out for him, but you know what he told me? He said, son, I'm going cold turkey. And you know, I believe him this time. I believe him this time. I got faith that he's going to break that. He's going to break it. But salute to all of you who like the taste of hops, light, dark, malt liquor, designer, whatever it is, get that bitch ready to go. Make sure it's cold. Make sure if you like the mugs, you want to pour it into a mug, make sure that mugs is frosty. Take it out the freezer. And if you like the taste of hard liquor, man, you like that shit hard, man, get your shots ready. You know what I mean? Get your sipperoonie type shit ready. You like the cognac, you like the dark liquor, you want to go ahead and sip on that bitch. You know what I mean? You got your gar, you got your cigar, you want to sip on some shit, some dark, man, get that bitch ready to go on the table. And if you like to coach, you like to cut it. You know what I'm saying? You like to cut it. You like to do the serve mix a lot, man. You like to mix it here and mix it there. You know, get that concoction, man. You know what I mean? My wife called it a concoction. You know what I mean? My wife's name's Kim. Shout out to Kim, my wife. But she calls it a concoction. If you like a concoction like I do, man, make sure you got that bitch ready to go, all stirred up, all mixed and ready on the table. Because you know what the coach got? Because the coach got to keep it simple because life is so hard as it is, man. When you're a top tier man in this world, you're trying to achieve high levels. Oh, it's so hard. And it's the hardest for us. It's the hardest for us. You know what I mean? Because God gives us the hardest test. Oh, God gives us elite men the hardest test. And oh, my God, oh, it's so hard for the coach. Oh, my God. So anytime I can make it simple in my life, I like to keep it simple. KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. You know what I got? I got my vodka lemonade. Big salute to all my brethren in this classroom, man. I love you guys. Big salute, man. Much love and respect. Cheers. Cheers. Let me get another drink. Only the council in the building. Hey, Duro, I love you, man. You already know. Duro, I love you, man. Don't even trip, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. Don't even trip. I already know, Duro. You know what I mean? I knew you would get a laugh out of that. Only the council, big salute. Cheers to y'all, man. Let me get another one. Let me do it 3 times. You know, let me go ahead and root it in. Let me do it 3 times. One more time. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3. Cheers. Cheers to all of you, my brothers, man. Big salute to the classroom, man. Big salute to all my new subscribers, man. My new subscribers trickling in. You know, this is the highest level of learning when it comes to competition type, high performance type dogs. The creation, the making of them. This is where you come to learn how to make that level of dog, okay? Over here in this classroom, we're always pushing the envelope. We're always testing theories. And those of you who found my content, which is heavily on the classroom, that's pretty much what I use my YouTube for, is for the live stream and stuff like that. I'm grateful for all of you guys that have been able to find this content. You know, I would advise you to go back in time, man. We've been cooking for 127 episodes. Go back in time. Put your headphones on if you're out there taking care of your dogs, or you're driving, if you're a trucker, or you just, you know, I love dog content. That's all. That's all. I mean, I engulf my whole day into dog content. You know what I mean? Because I'm a student. I study what I do. So I got so much where you just put your headphones in and you just go do your thing. And, you know, you find some things. And I always tell y'all, you know, take your notes, get your notepad out. You might hear something that I might say. I might have a reference. Go take your notes. I like to always tell you guys, I like to reference my program to Formula One racing and also thoroughbred horse racing. Okay, so I always tell y'all, study thoroughbred horse breeding. Go study, like take a deep dive in it like I did. Take a deep dive in it, okay? So that you can understand when you got money, you got hundreds of millions of dollars for your program. Maybe you got billions of dollars because you're a country that has a thoroughbred program. You got billions and trillions of dollars. Imagine what they're doing. See, I have vision. Now, of course, God willing, I would love to have that type of money, but you never know. I pivoted towards the military, so you never know. I might get a grant. My dog game might be so cold to the military that they might give me a grant. Like, bruh, what you need? You know what I'm saying? What you need? So, my vision is broad like that. But me studying thoroughbred breeding, they got all the money. They got all the money to do everything. They can challenge every theory. And because I was able to dive deep into that as if I had that level of program, I understand my program. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't have the money, I don't have the means to experiment every theory like they do, but I understand, I comprehend it, man. So please go, if you guys are new, if you guys haven't, go back in time, man. Go back when we were band dog talking. Just listen all the way through, plug your earphones in, and you'll see how we've evolved. And not only have we evolved, we've excelled our content and our lessons. So I just definitely want to salute all my new subscribers. We lost a couple of them last Thursday, last week. My coaching style ran a couple guys off, couple men off. And like I said, this is not a beta class. I don't deal with beta dogs. I deal with alpha dogs. I deal with dogs that can kill you. I deal with dogs that'll bite your ass. I deal with dogs that got their own mind. Okay. I deal with dogs that understand respect. Okay. So I deal with you as men like that. And being that I'm a coach, I always like to break it down to our new guys, but all of you guys already know our new guys. Okay. I'm the coach of this class. In life, I'm a life coach, but I'm in this class. I'm a high performance working dog engineer coach. Okay. PhD in the shit. Okay. Experience. Okay. Battlefield tested with the dogs. Still I haven't retired. I'm still in the game. EA Sports in the game with the shit. Okay. But I have a coaching style that is, and it has three parts to it. I have to, for my new guys, y'all already know this. All my brothers that have been fucking with me, y'all know this, but we got to let the new guys know, okay? Because in case we get some guys who can't handle it and shit like we had last week. The guys that can't handle it, you guys can escort yourself out. We ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this shit. You know what I mean? So with me, the new guys, the new subscribers, who I am as the coach of this class. Okay, I have three vibes I operate in. I got Coach Tony Dungy because I love football. Coach Tony Dungy. If you study Coach Tony Dungy like I have, he's a Super Bowl winner, all the good shit. Coach all kind of players, all the good shit. Hall of Fame, definitely top tier type coach. Coach Tony Dungy. Study him. Okay, very level, very not, I wouldn't call him melancholy, but he's more of a lower frequency type of coach. He don't do a lot of yelling. He gets a lot of respect from his players, how he deal with his players. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm sure he gets mad, but his is more of an even type of lower frequency, eye to eye with his players. He's more of a melancholy spirit as a coach, which is necessary, right? It's necessary. So that's me. I have that level of dealing with my peers. Okay. I can see I can level down with you. I'm not a pro. I don't care what level you are. I don't care if you're a rookie in the game or you're a fucking Hall of Famer. I can level with you either way. That's Coach Tony Dungy. Then we got, Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, he really show emotions, but I'm sure, behind closed doors, his players know he gets with the shits. You know what I'm saying? Bill Belichick, he ain't no joke. He wouldn't have won that many Super Bowls if he wasn't, one of those coaches that dig in your ass every now and then. But at the same time, it's like, you know what? We can't push Bill Belichick's buttons. You know what I'm saying? So I got that one where you can't push my buttons, but at the same time, I will dig in your ass necessary. Now, we ain't got to do that no homo shit because we ain't homos over here. So I don't need to say that fucking gay shit. I ain't got no problem with you gay guys or whatever. But listen, this is the alpha. This is the alpha. This is the alpha. This is an alpha man type classroom. So when I talk that motherfucking man shit, don't be in your fucking Whitney about that shit if you gay, okay? So fucking square up. Be a man in this motherfucker, okay? You want to be a woman somewhere else? Be a woman somewhere else. But in my classroom, you got to be on that other side. You better man up. You better use your fucking dick and balls today, okay? Now, here we go. Then we got Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells. Go study Bill Parcells. Old school coach, man. He coached, like Lawrence Taylor, all them, he had them type of dogs that he was coaching. You know what I'm saying? Where you gotta deal with them like a dog. Okay, because if you got a dog that you coach, just like we dealing with dogs right now in real life, you know what I'm saying? Like if I was pussyfooting around my dogs that can hurt me, my dogs wouldn't respect me, right? So for you to have a Lawrence Taylor who's a real dog and all these other Hall of Fame type people you coach, you got to deal with them in that same type of way. You know what I mean? No nonsense, no bullshit, because that's what they respect. Dogs respect dogs. Dogs respect dogs. So coaches all three, okay, for my new individual. So when you hear me, being passionate, you might hear me curse, you might hear me, I talk melancholy, all of the above. As men, if you're in this classroom, if you one of them type of men, right? You raise with structure. You understand. We don't get in our emotions. We understand. It's not personal. This is about the dogs. You're not going to be offended by my manliness, okay? My masculinity as a coach. You will not be offended by it, okay? So this is all my new men who are here. Now, if you are a woman in here, please respect masculinity. If you want beta males, you woman, you should get the fuck out my classroom, okay? You don't want to be in this classroom because you'll be turned off, okay? And I don't want you in this classroom. But if you respect men shit and you want to learn, please come on in. You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? But you in a man's locker room now, okay? It's like a woman, working for an NFL team and shit. Whatever she might be, whatever. I don't know what. Women, they do all kind of shit. You might be a trainer. You might be working in the physical therapy department. I don't know. Women in NFL. I don't know. But you in the male's locker room, so you got to get with the masculinity. Okay, so if you're a woman in this classroom, respect the masculinity. You want that beta shit? Step out of the classroom, deal with the day-to-day of the world today. All that beta shit is winning in the world today. All that feminine shit is winning. Okay, but over here, we masculine. If you're a woman, respect it. Okay, if not, escort yourself out of class. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you because you're not going to infect us with that beta spirit. No. All right, so anyway, big salute to my classroom. Big salute to all of you, my brethren. I'm very grateful. 416 in the building, my brother. 416 in the building. That's right. So, like I like to do, I like to debrief. Okay, before I get into the classroom, you guys, I like to debrief. Just letting you guys know what's going on in the coach's world, letting you guys know what's going on in my week, dealing with the dogs, all that stuff, right? Okay, so spring, it's the third month. Y'all already know how the coach feel about the number 3. It's the third month. Spring is hitting. Okay, spring is hitting. So I got a lot of maintenance going on my property. Got 6.5 acres, an estate on a mountain. A lot of work to maintain it. Okay, so I know some of you are like, damn, coach, you normally post every day. And I haven't been posting because I've been working. I've been doing some work and getting some blood on my shirt. Okay, that's what I've been doing. All right, this week. And which I still, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. One man band. Okay, I do everything. I sing, I dance, I play all the instruments. Okay, I produce. Okay, I'm the choreographer. One man band. I do it all. So this week, getting my property together, getting prepared, like all the dogs, now they're, slowly starting to shed. So I got to do a lot of I got to do a lot of maintenance on the dogs, getting them the presentation where I want them, because I got some top tier shit out. I can't wait to show the world. I can't wait to show y'all my new shit too. But I see them starting to shed that winter shit off of them, and now I'm starting to observe, and then I got to get the training area all dialed in. So this week I've been just getting prepared for that this week and just taking care of everything, and it's still a lot of work. I got a lot of work to do. So definitely been busy. Like I mentioned to you guys last week, I'm very excited, about all the dogs, but in particular my Formula One Bulldog. I'm definitely excited about them. Definitely loving Red Tiger JR. Even though, like I said, I didn't fix the breathing. He's better than his daddy, and he has an on-off switch. So I'm grateful for that. But at the same time, I shouldn't. I'm not stupid when it comes to my lab notes. You know what I mean? It's that genetic lottery that we talk about. But there's a lot of things that I do like that I did get out of my lab notes with Red Tiger JR. And plus, when you guys see the way he looks at me, just the looks alone is going to have people oohing and ahhing. However, being that we in this classroom, and this is a high performance working dog engineer class, frames, brains, and motors, the coach is going to be transparent with you guys, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to improve. I'm building high performance working dogs at the highest level. So I can tell you guys the truth, because we're engineers, okay? I don't have to lie. Yeah, his breathing is perfect, just to make you guys think it's all good. Then I might, do a video, and then I'll put it on mute where you can't hear it. I could do all that fucking fake shit, but that's not what I want to do here, because over here we're engineers. So I can tell you the truth, right? So I'm not happy, even though I haven't put them through the test. I haven't conditioned them yet. But I see him doing things, getting riled up, and I can hear it, because I know his daddy. I can hear it, right? But at the same time, it's not as bad as his father, and he's smart enough not to run himself to death like his daddy did. He's smart enough. Shout out to Silver Bullet, his mother, which is my Formula One band dog. My Neapolitan Mastiff, German Boxer, American Bulldog, Game Pit Bull, band dog, Silver Bullet, that I bred that buff dog, Rocky Mountain Bulldoggy to, called Red Tiger. And only got a singleton out of that, which was Red Tiger JR. So shout out to Red Tiger JR. You guys will definitely be impressed by him. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they will. Everybody will. Now, Red Tiger and Tigress, though. Tigress, her sons, they special, because they don't have the breeding problems at all. Not only that, that genetic variance that I love so much, the genetic variation that you get from them outcrosses that I love so much, because I just love my genetics. When I spend a lot of money on genetics, I don't want to bottleneck my shit. I don't want to dilute my shit. I want to see all my shit blend in. I want to see the synergy. Remember we learned about the synergy? I love to see the synergy in my dogs, especially when you buy high performance dogs. So you don't want to wash all of them out. You want to synergize them. So when you see dogs kind of come from this angle, dogs come from that angle, dogs look from this genetic fucking patch of clusters, dogs look from that genetic, like you start to see that as an artist, you want to see that. I get bored if I saw everything the same. I'm an artist. I'm not a breeder. I'm an artist and an engineer. I'm an artist and an engineer, not a breeder. I don't breed the same shit. You guys know this. You guys who fuck with me know this. You new guys know Coach is not a breeder. Nope, sorry. Coach is an artist and an engineer. I love genetic variance because I've spent a lot of money on genetics. I want every piece to play. I don't want to dilute it. I want it to play in harmony. So to see those Formula One bulldogs and the different variances of them, the different temperaments, right? Seeing where they get what because of the formulas, seeing where I don't know where they got that because of the genetics that's behind the dog that I've seen in my, like the dogs that I own, let's say Tigress and Red Tiger. I seen Red Tiger, I seen his brother. I never seen his daddy in real life. I never seen his granddaddy in real life, his grandmother, his mother in real life. But I seen Red Tiger and his brother. I seen Tigress and her half sister. So I can, I'm seeing these things as I observe, and I'm seeing the variances, and I'm seeing how they're different, but then I'm seeing how they're somewhat the same. And to me, as an artist, that's exciting to me. That's exciting to me. So shout out to all my production. Shout out to AK's sons. Ever since I pulled away from breeding, and not only that, I've retired AK. I did a post that's still doing stupid numbers on Facebook. Like I said, Facebook is very finicky. But anyway, I got a post that's still doing numbers. There's a video I did of when I did that AK times Nina 9mm, that AK-74 band dog. And it's still doing numbers, still running big numbers too. But it's a trip. It's how it always works. Motherfuckers in my DMs or PMs on Facebook, PM on Facebook. And they're like, can I get a puppy? Can I get a puppy? And I'm like, no. Of course, I don't got those puppies. Those puppies has been done. Done. They will never happen again. But it's a trip, right? And then I did another one of AK's puppies, and everybody want to ask me for the black one. And Coach don't ever sell dogs off of no colors. Anybody talk about a damn color of a dog, whatever. You know what I mean? Oh, can I get a black one? Get the fuck out of here. Motherfucker, you're supposed to get what you want based off of frames, brains, and motors. Not no fucking color. Don't ask me for no fucking color. Because Coach don't buy dogs for no color. Shout out to Only the Council. Shout out to Reddy. Okay? They sent me a post on one of AK's brothers. And I already knew that. I already know that. I know all AK's siblings. When I started promoting AK, first of all AK siblings is in the UK. I'm the only one that's not in the UK with AK siblings, with an AK dog, with that breeding. I'm the only one. Guess how they found me? I didn't find them. Guess how they found me? They found me because AK got the wave. AK got the wave. That's how they found me. I didn't find them. So I know every single offspring from AK. So shout out to Reddy. Shout out to Only the Council. Reddy sent me, hey, you seen this? It was AK's brother. His name was Nuke, which of course I already knew him, right? And I told Reddy, I was like, yeah, he's cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Now, maybe they're finding him, whatever, right? I already know all of them, right? Because they found me because of AK. Okay. They found me because of AK. None of them is more popular than AK. None of them even look like AK. Period. But anyway, he's a black dog. And remember I told you guys this story about when I got second pick? I paid for second pick. Actually, I paid for second pick. Okay, I didn't just get it. I wanted first pick female, but it was already sold. First pick male was sold. You can get second pick, a second pick, third, or fifth pick. Give me second pick because I wanted first pick. But anyway, I told y'all the story when Simon told me, hey, coach, get the black one. Black one's in style. And I stopped that bitch quick. As soon as he said black, as soon as I heard the word blah, I stopped it. Put the stiff arm in his face over the phone. Said, I don't buy dogs for colors, Simon. I buy dogs off of the frames. I ain't new to buying dogs. I've been buying dogs since buying dogs. I've been on the DNA shop. I've been buying dogs. I don't buy dogs for no color. The only time I bought a dog for a color, 2 times. 2 times. Not even a color. I bought one dog for a color because I love the blue dogs. I love the blue dogs. When them blue dogs came out, I wanted me a blue pit. I wanted a blue American pit bull terrier, and I got one. I got the top tier one, man, out of Arkansas. I got a top tier one back in 2005. I'm so grateful that I got her. Okay, I'm so grateful that I got that bitch. But anyway, that's the only time in my fucking life that I bought a color. The other time, I bought a pattern, which was the tri pattern, the 3-color pattern. I wanted a tri pattern. I bought that, paid 10 grand for a tri bully. That was a waste of my fucking money. But anyway, back to the black, back to what I'm talking about. I'm tying it into now. Remember Simon asking me, hey man, you should get the black. Stop my no, put the frame up, stack the dogs. Then I got AK. Well, thank God that I'm who I am. Thank God that I have experience in the field. Thank God I knew what I wanted to buy off the frame. Shout out to the topic tonight. Off the frame. I didn't give a fuck about what color that dog was. I don't give a fuck that dog is black. Stack them damn dogs up. I'm paying for second pick. Stack them. Let me see that frame that I want to see in my line. I need to have longer legs. I want a longer body. I want some bone. I need that muzzle to be long and skinny because I want that pit bull phenotype. That's what I was asking, and that's what I bought. Not no fucking color. So when I seen Nuke, I already knew that. I know them all. I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, as I told Reddy, I was like, Reddy, he don't, what? Of course, he don't look like AK, do he? He's like, nah. Well, I mean, shit. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Reddy knew what I was talking about. But and then me and the council talked about it. He was like, man, coach, but that motherfucker ain't no AK because only the council seen AK in real life. Only the council came on my soil, came to the soil, seen AK in real life. Okay, seen AK in real life. I mean, shit, he ain't no regular dog, man. He a true freak, man. That motherfucker's a true freak in your face. And I gave y'all a testimony when I had an OG. OG in Oakland. He's an Oakland player. OG, probably in his fucking late 50s. Had some sugar. My old sugar, he was fucking running the game on. Whatever, you know what I mean? But she bought him a dog, okay? Found me, bought him a dog, bought him one of AK's sons, okay? Now, when he came down with her, okay, this is what he told me. He came down with her thinking that she got him some bullshit. When this OG, who's a game dog OG, he's a real game dog OG. Real one, Oakland. Y'all know anything about Oakland? Real town business type nigga, okay? OG. When that nigga saw AJ, he was intimidated by AK. When he seen that motherfucker AK with that bone jumping in his face, he's like, bro, I ain't never seen no dog like this. That's what he said in my fucking face. Of course he's gonna say that to me. Because I say the same thing. But they see an OG who was thinking like, yeah, okay, this bitch got me a dog. I'm coming out there to get her, whatever, okay. And then he sees fucking AK, and he's fucking blown away. He's blown away by how freakish AK is and how intense that motherfucking, the energy that you feel when AK is in your fucking face. When you come to his kennel, he's trying to bust out that bitch. He's trying to jump out of it in your fucking face, the dog with that size. and he's making them fucking noises that he make, you would be like, what the fuck? Yeah. Shout out to AK. So anyway, I'm gonna tie up my day. I'm gonna tie up my week, y'all. So this is what I do. I debrief. So anyway, now I'm getting all these dudes wanting these AK dogs, and AKs retired. Y'all ain't getting shit. Y'all ain't getting no AK dogs. Only ones that's getting these new AKs, these new AK hybrids, you got to be qualified. God told me I can't sell these AKs to the consumer. Only the ones that's qualified getting these hybrids. No. I'm so grateful that I retired my pit bull program too, because I don't want these dogs killing your dogs. No, I don't want my pit bulls killing your whole yard. No. It's not that day and time no more. My expertise of the pit bull game is done. You know what I mean? Like, I really know how to put them type of extreme prey drives in the dogs. I really got the recipe. I really got the formula. I really know how to do this shit at a high level. I really understand hybrid vigor. I really understand line breeding and inbreeding. I really understand how to put dogs together. Frames, brains, motors. Frames, brains, motors. I really understand this shit. Okay, I put dogs together like I would be putting together my import. Shout out to Rock Solid, my brother Rock Solid. He was into the imports back in the day, back in the late 90s, early 2000s. We was fucking with the imports, the Integras, you know what I mean, the Supras, you know what I'm saying, all that shit, the Hondas with the turbos and all that shit. Oh yeah. That's how I put together the goddamn dogs, man. Same shit, same concept. So anyway, I was grateful that I was able to hear from God, that I told you guys a few lives back, when God confirmed to me that, you know what, you have to wait. You have to put your team together first. The qualified individuals only get the F1s, son. You're not going to give the F1s to no consumer. They got to be a part of the Formula One canines team. Those dogs are liabilities. Them hybrids are liabilities. Only the right people get, not the consumers that, I just want one. Oh, that sounds cool, Cole. That looks cool. No. That's that Matambo. No. God said, no, they don't get that. Stevie was in my mind. Stevie was in my head. Coach, you can't sell everybody them dogs, coach. Coach, not everybody can get them dogs. And God confirmed that. It was a hard one to swallow, because I know a lot of you guys been waiting. Oh, I know. I was telling my wife, like, oh man, a lot of people waiting. I should do it. I was thinking about it. You know what I mean? God showed me the mirror. He's like, look at this shit, nigga. There's no way. There's no way. You know what that recipe is going to do. You have that Malinois. How many people own a Malinois? One. Not only just own a Malinois, but own a Malinois that you got. Okay? Now, I'm going to close out when I'm going to get, I'm going to close out on my week. When I got my Malinois, my nephew, got my Malinois from my nephew. Couldn't keep her anymore because his living situations. But my nephew is a product of me. He was doing the same thing I was doing, buying different dogs. He wanted to make his own dogs. But, he had his money right. He was buying top tier shit just like me. Shout out to my nephew. So I knew what he had. But I remember when I first got my Malinois, and they're so intelligent, and she's now in a pack. I put her in a 10x10 in the pack environment of bulldogs, band dogs, all kind of shit, pit bulls. And there's a lot of dogs that's not who she is. Okay? And I told you, it took about a month and a half to understand what she had to do to fit in and get my attention. Because then she understood in that month and a half who I was. I was feeding her, and all the other dogs was grabbing and pulling their energy toward my attention. So they smart. They ain't not stupid dogs. She was like, oh, you're feeding me. Not only that, all the other dogs go crazy when they see you. They want you to pet them. They want you to. So then my Malinois, you know what I mean? Coco, she looking, paying attention. Then she started to act just like them for my attention. Okay? Not only that, she thinks she's one of them. Now, of course, I'm sure she can't take the pain like a bulldog. I know that she can't. Malinois are pretty sensitive. But in her mind, she will go through the motions. And she ain't afraid of shit. That bitch is ready for everything. Every fucking thing. She's not afraid of no noise. She's ready for action. Ready for action every fucking time. And she thinks she a bulldog. She just has never been tested. She has never had that pain cur her out. You know what I'm saying? She ain't never felt that pain yet to make her, she ain't never felt that yet. In her mind, though, she thinks she can, though. Oh, she with everything. Oh, she with everything. So for me, right, knowing dogs, knowing genetics, knowing where she comes from, knowing AK, knowing who he is, oh, he can take all that. AK can take all that. AK can take all that and give it to. Okay? I had to dumb AK down. When I knew what he can do, damage-wise, I dumbed him down. Because I told you that's the only dog I ever owned that I was intimidated by. I told you guys that. So I dumbed him down. I did not push him into energy where he could feel comfortable, like comfortable. Okay, I can bite anything I want to bite. Oh, okay. If AR-15 is pissing me off, oh, I can bite him and then use this bone-crushing mouth to kill him. No. I just dumbed him down. No AK. No, here's the bone. You like bone? Oh, you like a pacifier? Put this motherfucking pacifier in your mouth. That's what I did to AK, but I know what's in him, man. I know what's in my Malinois. So then, closing out on my week. It's a trip now. Now that AK is retired and I'm only doing my hybrids and I'm showing old puppies and I'm just flooded with people wanting these damn puppies. And it's like, sounds good. Where were you when I did have them? You know what I mean? Consumers, now that I've been able to get what I needed for my program, you guys, and God has blessed me to still maintain what I need to move forward, even though a lot of them I bless people with that I still wish I could have had, but it is what it is, God's will. But to be able to have what I need to move forward, and now moving in another direction, more professional, okay, more where I can really showcase my dog's abilities without any problems, no consumers, more professionals. Now I get it. Now I'm understanding my lane, understanding I need to build my team. I need to build my team. That's what I'm focusing on now, building my team. And then the team, we're going to have the dogs, and then we're going to compete. Where it's no more talking about dogs no more. It's going to be what you want to do. You got the dogs? Cool. Hey, professional type shit. No negative shit. You got the dogs. Let's compete. Let's compete. Friendly competitions on some real sportsmanship. Sportsmen. You got some dope shit? Okay, cool. Let's talk our shit. Like boxers do. Let's talk our shit. After the end of the fight, you know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I mean? At the end of the competition, we shake hands. Hey, man, your dog. Ooh, hey, you killed it, man. Good job, man. I got some work to do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me get that rematch. You know what I mean? Let's do it again. That's where I'm at. Okay? And hopefully I get into the military. But other than that, big salute to all of you. Let me get a drink. Cheers. Big salute to all of you. We got Matt's, what's that? Matt's Triassic Exotics. Big salute to you, Matt's Triassic Exotics, man. Big salute. Ooh. Now, I'm going to share my screen. All right. I'm going to share my screen. Take a look at this. Come on. Hey, I had to add you guys some more shit in the stove. But I told y'all I'm just going to get better and better when it comes to my fucking merch. Okay, when it comes to the dogs, I feel like I'm one of the best. I'm not the only best. There's other people that's top tier what they do, and I respect every man and woman that's top tier when it comes to these dogs. I'm not the only one that's top tier when it comes to these dogs because there ain't nothing new under the sun. But I'm one of the few that's top tier when it comes to these dogs. But when it comes to this merch, I am number one when it comes to motherfucking dog merch. I am the number one. You show me a merch that's better than the coaches, and then you know what? I give them a shirt for free. I give them a shirt for free. But you know, there ain't nobody fucking with me, all right? Because every time I got more ideas because I'm an artist, and I get better and better and better and better and more merch. Where you go to my store, you like, damn it, coach, like, shit, you be like ready, like, hey, coach, you gotta have them bottoms and shit. Coach, you got, you be throwing me ideas, and I come out there and slap you with the shit that you throw me the idea, like, damn, coach, you did that shit. Yep. Check out the merch. Let's go through the merch, man. But you know what I want to do? There was somebody, which I don't know who the name was. Somebody, I don't know if it was you. Was it you, Verde? Again, I don't know. But somebody bought the new Frames, Brains, and Motors hoodie. Somebody copped that, man. So whoever that was, big salute to you who copped the Frames, Brains, and Motors, the new one that I just did. The Frames, Brains, and Motors merch, okay? But I do want to give a shout out specifically to Joe from NWA Cane Corso. Joe hit me up a couple of days ago. He was like, Coach, shout out to Joe, man. Motherfuckers ain't got to do it. Y'all ain't got to do it, but I appreciate y'all who do. Because I don't ask for shit. This is the first time I asked y'all for anything. You know what I'm saying? All the shit I give for free. You know what I'm saying? But finally I asked for something like, yo, shop my merch, man. I got the best merch out. Ain't nobody fucking with my merch. You rock my merch, that shit classy. You know what I'm saying? That shit top tier shit. Ain't no weak shit. But Joe, he reached out to me. He's like, Coach, man, you got a 3XL? And I thought at first, I was like, Joe, what you mean? You want me to do a 3 times merch or something like that? You know, I ain't did no 3 times merch, you know what I'm saying? But he was like, no, Coach. He's like, you got a 3XL size in your merch? I'm going to cop. How much is it? You know what I did? I quickly sent them to my store. I quickly said, hey, Brother Joe, go shop at the store. Pick what you want, man. I got all styles and sizes, Brother Joe. So big salute to Brother Joe, because I didn't ask Brother Joe for that. Brother Joe reached out to me. He's like, Coach, you got 3XL? I'll cop your shit. Coach, I'm going to support you. I'll cop it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Man shit. You know what I mean? Plus, I give you some good shit to cop. You know what I mean? I ain't giving y'all no weak shit. I got all the styles, all the variances. I got all the shit, and I'm going to get better. My store going to have so much shit. Y'all going to be like getting the collection. I'm going to have all the collection. Y'all be like, damn, I got to get, oh, Coach got this, Coach got that. Coach, oh, shit, Coach, why you keep adding more good shit? Check this out, man. Check out their merch, man. We got the, look at it. We got the Formula One canines. You know what I mean? I had to do the classic. I do the classic embroidery. You know, the coach had to do that, all different styles. You know what I mean? Let's check it out. Just check it out. Check this out. Embroidered. Look at that. Formula One. Look how clean and classy that shit is. Huh? Best merch out. You ain't fucking. Wait till I do the camo. Ooh, wait till I do the camo. I know Reddy's waiting for that camouflage merch, the camouflage collection. Wait till I do the camo shit for us fucking elite soldiers type motherfuckers. Okay? Look at that, man. Look at the back. Look at the back. Look, I did the burgundy, which is the maroon. I did the maroon, the maroon embroidery. Look at that. Formula One canines on your chest. Look on the back of this. On the back, look, we got the Formula One with the dog. We got the, look at that shit right there with the maroon on the back. Look at the tag. Look at the tag, man. Look at the tag, man. Shout out to you, Coach. Look at the little bitch wearing it, man. Shout out to the female rocking it. You know what I mean? She wearing the oversized. Look at the female rocking that thing right there, man. You know what I mean? Look how she rocking it right there, man. Look at the brother right there rocking it right there, man. I wouldn't wear mine super oversized like that. I like mine, I got a shape and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I want mine to fit a little bit righteous. Okay? But however you want to wear it, you can wear it, right? Look at that. Look at that on the back. Look at that on the back. Look at the Formula One embroidered. Coupe. A Cooper. When you buy your next merch, Coop, you got to get the embroidery so you can do that Stevie Wonder and feel that bitch and you can see it. Like, oh, yeah, Coach is cold with it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're going to tell moms. You're going to Mom, say, hey, Coach is cold, Mom. You know what I'm saying? Coach know how to do the merch, just like you do the dog. And then I got the Formula One on the sleeve. I got the Formula One on the sleeve, the logo, okay? Look. We got the maroon, and then I got the red. I did the red for y'all too. I'm doing the color contrast. Shout out to Reddy. Shout out to Reddy. I'm gonna have other colors eventually, man. Give me a break. Give me some time, man. But I made sure I did the maroon and the red. Look, we got the red, same style. Formula One Canines embroidery, man. Go shop at the store. Formula One Canines gear dot printful.me is scrolling them. Hey, it's on the ticker. It's on the ticker. Look at the ticker. You write that bitch down. Click on that bitch when you fucking type it into your shit. And then you go shop at my store. Go in, man. There's so much shit. Look at that. I just did that's new shit. Look at that's top tier. Damn it, coach. How you do them like that? That's of course I'm gonna do. Look at the black one. 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 Look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that with the red. We got the maroon and the red on the black. We got the maroon and the red with the gray. Okay. We got the black. That's just hard. Look at how top tier that shit is, man. Formula One Canines. Look at that shit, classy. That's that classy shit. Of course, coach got to do it classy, top tier. Then we got it in the maroon. Look at that. We got it in the maroon. We got it in the maroon. Come on, coach. Come on, coach. What else we got for him? Look. We got another addition to the coach's merch. Look. Remember, you guys, all of us. If you are the head of anything that you're doing, especially with your program, you are the coach. Think about how many coaches is on a team, huh? You got the head coach, you got the assistant head coach, you got the fucking positions coach, you got this coach, you got the line coach, come on, man, we all coaches. This is not just me. The coaches is not just the coach me. It's you. And you know how I feel about the number 3. Come on. Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit, man. Damn it, coach. That shit is hard as fuck. You got the fucking logo right there. Then you got the number 3 times. You got to put the number 3 frames, brains, and motors. Come on, everything that coach do makes sense. Then you got the coach. Look at that shit, man. Look at that shit. That shit is so pretty. Let's look at it. Let's look at that shit, man. That shit is hard. Ain't nobody fucking with my merch. Just like my fucking dogs. Nobody fucking with my merch. Look at the front of that bitch. Look at the front of that bitch. Look at that bitch right there on the chest. Look at that motherfucker on the chest, huh? Look at that right there on the tack. Hold on, let me see. Look. I got the little cursive on the sleeve too. I got the cursive on the sleeve. Let me see if they show us. Come on, show us the sleeve, bitch. I know you didn't. Oh, you didn't show us the sleeve? Oh, you bitch. I made sure I put it in there, but I don't know why she's not showing. But I got the Formula One Canines that's on the chest. It's on the sleeve, right there, on both sleeves, right there. Formula One Canines. That one that you saw embroidered on the chest, I got that bitch on the sleeve. It says Formula One Canines right there. It says Formula One Canines right there. Look at that bitch. Top tier, man. Top tier, coach. Top tier. Of course. That's how we got to do it. Look at this one right here. This is the zip-up hoodie. Look at the zip-up hoodie. You want the zip up? Look at that motherfucker right there. Ooh, you see that Formula One Canines on the sleeve? Y'all see that Formula One Canines on the sleeve? On the hoodie, the zip up. Look at the front of that bitch on the zip up hoodie. Premium, the coach number 3 with that on the chest. With that on the chest. Come on, coach. God damn it, coach. You gonna make them niggas spend all their money? Yeah, I'm gonna make them spend their money. Of course, why not? Why not? I need some support. Shit. Might as well give them what they want to pay for. Look at that black one. Look at the black one. Formula One, the number 3, 3 times. 3 times. Come on, you know that 3 is symbolic to the coach. It's not third place. It's the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. It's the pyramid. It's frames, brains, and motors. Y'all know what that number 3 means to the coach? Look at that on the sleeve. Look at that on the sleeve. Look at that on the chest. Look at that on the sleeve. Come on, y'all. God damn it, coach. Sheesh. Come on, look at that, man. Look at top tier shit, man. All different styles, all different ways. I mean, depending on how you want to fit it. I got it. I think about all y'all, man. You know what I mean? I think about all of us, man. Look at that shit, man. Look at the hoodie. Look at the hoodie. You like your hoodie more fitted? You know what I'm saying? Like the coach like his shit more fitted. You know what I'm saying? I like my shit more fitted. You know what I mean? So, you know, you got the hoodie with the fitted. You got that on the chest. You got the red eye on the chest. Look. The Formula One canines on the sleeve. Look how hard that is. Ain't nobody fucking with my merch. You man, oh man, wait till I do that camouflage one. Wait till I do that for us soldiers, man. Ah, shit, Ty. Wait till I do that one, man. Y'all like, damn it, coach, stop making more. Stop making them. There's too much shit I want to buy, coach. Fuck, stop making more shit, coach. Okay, somebody cop one of these. I think they cop the frame. They cop this one right here. Which one they cop, man? Which one they cop? Somebody cop this one, man. I don't know who it was. They cop the frames, brains, and motors, the FBM. They cop that one. Shout out to whoever copped that one. The Formula One canines on the sleeve. They caught the look. They got the Formula One canines on the chest. Come on, man. Top tier merch. Top tier merch, coach. Hey, shop with me, man. Shop with me. Y'all go. It's on the ticker. I got all the embroidery shit too. I got the embroidery shit. Look at that embroidery shit. Formula One canines, FBM, frames, brains, and motors. Okay. Look on the back. We got the dog head on the back. I got all the shit, man. Go shop me. Go scroll down my stove. You're gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna be hard pressed and picking what you want. But I got so much great top tier shit. So much great the shirts. You know, we getting warmer out. We got the shirts. Come on, man. Shop with me at the stove. Come on, man. Look at that high performance working dog engineer. Look at that shit, man. Shop with me at the stove. Shop with me at the stove, man. I know Brother Joe, he went in the store. He was like, damn it, man, I don't know which one I'm going to buy. Hey, Brother Joe, I hope you buy a few of them. I know you got bread. I know you got bread, Brother Joe. I hope you buy a few. I hope you do like my brother Reddy, my brother Rock Solid. Who else bought a few? There was a few. Oh, my brother Verde bought a few. And, you know what I mean? There's so much shit you want to buy. Scroll down there. I mean, let me plug my merch, y'all, before I get into the classroom. I know y'all like, damn, coach, why you plugging your merch? Well, motherfucker, shit, I'll be over there giving you the classroom for free. Can I plug my motherfucking merch? Can I plug my merch? Shit, I fucking do this class for free. Shit, let me plug my merch. Don't be hating because I'm going to plug my fucking top tier merch. You know what I mean? You know how motherfuckers get up in the classroom, want to dictate what you do in the classroom. Oh, man, I got to leave because coach promoting his merch. Get the fuck out of my class then. You know what I mean? Shit, I'm doing a classroom for free. Let me promote my merch. You know what I mean? Let me promote my motherfucking merch. Look at that. AK-47 chopper, a.k.a. the Bone Crusher with the fucking Draco over there. Look at that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got to do the AK merch. I got more AK merch. I just ain't showed y'all yet. I'm going to show y'all some more AK merch. You know what I mean? Come on, man. We got the badge on the sleeve, the Formula One Canines badge on the sleeve. Come on, man. Shop with me, man. Shop with me, man. I got so much shit. I got so much stuff, man. Man, Formula One Canines gear.printful.me. Formula One Canines gear.printful.me. Look, we got the frames, brains, and motors. We got the frames, brains, and motors. On the front, we got the Got DNA We Do with the turbos and the DNA down the middle. Come on, man. Anybody can rock this type of shit. I don't care what your kennel name is. This motherfucker right shit is hard as fuck. Motherfuckers gonna see you, but they be like, what Got DNA We Do? Say it right. You be like, say it right. We do. That's right. Come on, man. Fuck with the coach, man. Okay, let me show you the hats. I made some new hats for y'all. I got some more hats to make. Now I did the red. You know, we got the deep red, which is the standard color of Formula One canines. Then we got the red because I got the red clothing. Okay, I got the red clothing. So for those of us who like to match our shit, because I like to match my shit, I made some red hats. I ain't done with all of them, though, but I will eventually finish them. But you see where I'm starting at, right? With the red, right? Then we got the darker red, the maroon red, back with the logo without the Formula One canines. We did all those too. With the maroon and the red. You know what I mean? Look at that. Come on, man. Look at that. New hats for you guys. I know there's so much shit you can buy. I know. I know. I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose. You know what I mean? I knew it. I know motherfuckers like, oh, that shit's hard, coach. I gotta get that. I gotta get this. I gotta. Ooh, I did it on purpose, man. I did it on purpose, man. Look at that shit. You know what I mean? We got the grade, all that shit. Come on, man. Look at all the hats, frames, braids, and motors. You know what I mean? We got the coach hats. Come on, man. Shop with me, man. Shop with me, man. Okay, Formula One K9's gear .printful.me. Lock it in, write it in, go to the store, go shop, click, 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 and then hit buy. Okay, do me a favor, hit buy. Okay, now I'm done showing my store. Man, goddamn, look at that shit. This shit right here, hard. That coat shit right there is so hard. That shit is so hard. Y'all, man, that shit is so hard. Ooh-wee, that shit is so hard. But anyway, let me go ahead and digress my screen. That's right. And let me go ahead and hit this link for those of us who are qualified to come up. Please be my guest and come up. We're going to have a great classroom this evening like we do every evening. And we're going to cook, man. We're going to learn like we always do, man. We're going to keep pushing this envelope. We're going to learn. All right. So let me go ahead and share my link. And whoever's qualified, hit that motherfucking link. All right. Hit that link if you qualified. Okay. Ready. They don't have fitted hats. One thing about the fitted hats is they gotta be fitted all the way around. So I don't see no fitted hat options. I gotta look. Maybe they do have it. I don't know. I'll look and see. But the snapbacks is just, those are so easy because you can fit it according to your head size. Okay, easy fit versus you gotta guess the size. You gotta guess your size of your head and shit. You know what I'm saying? So the snapbacks are very easy access. You know what I mean? And they got all different types of snapbacks. Yes, they do. Anyway, hit the link.
Salute, coach.
Salute. Ready, man. What did am I adding more? How do you like it? How do you like it?
No, I'm liking all that, man. You just gotta keep doing it. And I need them colors, man.
I mean, shit. You see when you be saying shit, I be being proactive. You see
no doubt. No, you killing it, man.
Oh, man, thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate your advisory. Yes, I do. Verde.
Salute, Verde.
With it, coach. Get ready.
How them dogs doing?
Pretty
Who
good.
you talking about? You're talking to 3 people here, man. Who
Salute,
you talking?
caveman.
Okay, man.
Talking to all of you.
Great.
Verde's the only one that really showcases the dogs a bunch. I mean,
Yeah.
Recent shit.
I'm about to be putting my shit on in a minute.
I'm not even gonna lie. Caveman kind of was just cutting up on my end. I don't know if that's. I might have to join back in.
No, you good as this. K-Man, I don't know why K-Man, his connection is always that way for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
That's why I say when you talk, like K-Man, just whenever you done talking, just press mute. And once you press mute, then they can. So when K-Man is talking, Verde, press mute when he talks. You know what I mean? So that you hear that his won't break up. You follow me?
Okay. Yep. Got you.
Yeah, I put the A416K9. I put the actual link, which will be Formula One K9's gear.printful.me. It's rolling on the ticker, but I don't know if you can see the ticker, but I put it in the chat. You'll see it in the chat. So just type that in, go on to Google, Type that in exactly the way I put it. Formula One Canines gear.printful.me, and voila, you in the stove. You in the stove. But how you doing, K man? How's everything going with you, K man? I mean, where you at? You in Georgia? Where you at, man?
No, I'm in Michigan, even farther into the bush. Yeah, thinking on heading to like southern Arizona, California.
Don't come to California. California is too expensive. Fuck California. I mean, Arizona, yeah. California, no. Fuck California. But so anyway, let's cook, man. Let's cook, y'all. Let's cook tonight. So tonight's topic, okay, we're gonna dig into the frames part of everything. Okay. And I would love for you guys to elaborate on this before we, break down the structured class tonight. But we have this concept and philosophy of creating a complete dog, frames, brains, and motors complete. And I just wanted us to really break down each part of that and dive deep into it, and how you can visualize and plan to create a functional frame for your high performance working dog, whatever you might want it to do. Okay. Now, for us engineers, we should think all purpose, but that's very hard to do. However, you should still think that in your building of your dog, because I think that way. And I don't think of my dog's frame as I'm building a show dog frame. I think of it a functional frame, because when you think about working dogs, a lot of working dogs build are not show dog builds. Like the show dog standard is not a working dog standard build frame. Okay. So I would love for you, gentlemen, to, speak on this from your perspective on, engineering the perfect frame for a working dog at a high level. Okay. So whoever wants to go first, be my guest. And you participate in the chat too.
Damn, I had like a short form version, and then I got like a long form version. All types of shit. The short form version is for the perfect frame. You want shape, size, and purpose. That's my short answer.
Yeah, I'm
Man,
gonna go with our favorite word, balance.
go into your long form. Ready? This is y'all's time to, because you know how we do. And I don't want us to ever lean on, because I will tell you guys this: when it comes to the structure that we get from Coach Miss Chat GBT, she's doing this from me, because I program her. All the shit I've been studying is how she puts this class together. So what I'm breaking down to you is what I input in her from what I'm studying and what I'm doing in my lab. So how I'm breaking it down is how the coach is going to break it down. But that's why I want to always hear from you guys before we get into how I'm going to break it down, because you guys, everybody as an engineer has their own perspective on this. So I want you guys to be able to have your floor, to be able to speak on it your way without my formatted, you know what I mean, the way I do it, because that's how I think, not how you guys think. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a longer version ready, speak it.
Yeah, but it's all different types of shit. But it's all good. Yeah, best structure output. That's what I'll be breeding for. Best structure output, good strong bones. It will probably be towards a standard because I don't know what my mix is really gonna be yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be to another dog, but I'm gonna build it up from there. Because in every breed of dog, every joint and muscle is designed for a purpose in every breed. So what I and I need and I'm gonna need certain parts that's gonna harness the organs for the structure and the right movement. They're all gonna be harnessed and closed in where that tuck is at, right in that little abdominal tuck. So all my shit. Damn, I did some other shit. I had drew out like the diaphragm, the anatomy of a dog, and I wrote all the shit on there. It's crazy, yo. All right. So if I was building a dog for agility, I would build an A-frame, making it safe, stable, so the dog training would so the dog would be able to navigate it with confidence, speed, and precision. A solid foundation will give you balance, introducing higher elevation gradually, positive reinforcement to ensure safe, controlled movements, and physical structure, balance, and core strength. Uh, I'm be looking for a well-defined waist when viewed from above, visible abdominal tuck, muscular but not overly bulky appearance, easily felt ribs with minimal fat covering. That's some of it that I got.
Yeah, no, that's dope. I like that. Yeah, I like that. You wanna hop in there, Verde?
I'm not even gonna lie. That pretty much, hits it on the head right there. You want a dog that's balanced. Goes back to what Caveman said. Depending on height, structure, size, mass, bone density, you want to just make sure you kind of not to say because not to say you're gonna have the perfect dog, but you do want to make sure that you in that that threshold, not going past that threshold. Because if you're trying to have a dog that's, let's say, hitting stuff at 15, 25 yards away, and you need that dog to get there like that. If that dog got too much heavy bone on his front end, the front's not right, every step, every push that dog is going to push is putting pressure and could possibly injure herself during that hit or during that rep. So you want to make sure that you have the right dogs for the right, type of working purposes, and make sure that you breeding for the right purposes too, because you can have a dog that, once again, we're not breeding for ABKC or breeding for these registrations. So if you could take that and put that to the side, it's like you see these dogs that's 80 pounds, but it's like take that 80-pound dog and go sit at by a 65-pound classic American bully. Because I'm gonna use this for an example. I see a lot of people talking about classic American bullies right now. You take a classic American bully, go set that by a string bully, and you let them both dogs dog outside. It's going to get to a point where you're going to see that classic American bully turn up to a point where that extreme bully is not going to be able to hang. And you're going to see mentality wise the bull. Red, hold on. I got a turn up situation. Down. So you're going to have times where a dog might even want to push itself to that point, but it can't because of its structure or because it might be overdone or just past that threshold. So once again, when it comes to joints, hits, when it comes to frame output, when it comes to the ability to take a 5-foot drop to be able to jump 5 feet, all of that matters and plays when you're talking about performance, and we're not talking about the characteristics breeding for a look. But when you're talking about breeding for performance, every single one of them things plays, even to the point of when you're running a dog hard, you want the system to be able to cool itself. You got too much mass, too much bone on that chest, the dog can't breathe proper. Now that dog finna, you feel me, not to say sit there and stroke and die, but there's occasions where we done seen, even in the ABKC, dogs, they pushing so hard in the ring, they just stacking and gating. But because they got so much mass, because they have so much density, they can't even sit there and stack. You see what I'm saying? So imagine trying to go take one of them dogs and go hog hunting. That dog gonna die in the first 10 minutes of it seeing a hog just because it's gonna overstim itself. It's gonna, the moment it's no turning back. So you once again, it's like not just having a dog that looks good and you could say, oh, this dog got good hits, but also what about its system? If you go run that dog, can that dog cool itself down? Can this dog take a 2-mile run, not a 2-mile walk? Can this dog run for 2 miles? So once again, when it comes to that frame, you just want to make sure that everything is checking out to the best ability that it can. And once again, know how to test in the best ability that you can test it. Don't overdo it because you don't want to kill your dog in the mix of pushing it. You feel me? And just because the dog not be able to do a 2-mile run doesn't mean that dog cannot achieve a 2-mile run also. So know how to condition your dogs, know the right genes and genetics that you're getting into, and make sure that everything is, once again, checked out to the best ability that you can. You feel me? Thank you, Coach.
No, I love that. No, you're right. And this is the thing, you guys. As engineers, you should be assessing all this in your notes because remember, theories are theories, you guys. Until you're able to actually have a theory in front of you in real life and then test it, you never really know because every dog is an individual. You know what I mean? So, us in our concepts and us with our thought process, like how you were breaking it down, Reddy, how you were breaking it down, Verde is really the process. It's the process. But until we test these processes and these theories, we will never know. You know what I mean? You would never know what you would get out of that dog. You know what I mean? So salute to you on that, Verde, and salute to you on that, Reddy. What about you, Caveman? I know you got something to add to it.
Not much really. They broke that down pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. Okay, so like I said, chat, go ahead and cook. Y'all cook or whatever, and then what I will do is you stay after the class because I can multitask, but if I'm narrating, then I need to be a narrator. Okay, so that does not mean that we're not paying attention to you guys in the chat. So as you guys are communicating in the chat, I will after I do my breakdown, then we'll go through everything and we'll elaborate on the chat. That's what we'll do. That's how we'll do it so that you guys are not ignored. So we'll go through once we get through the class. You guys can cook while the class is going on, while you have your thoughts, and then after the class, then I will go ahead and read you guys' comments, and then we'll elaborate on that. So that's how we'll do it, okay? Because I don't want you guys to feel like you guys are cooking and I'm not paying attention to it. I just can't pay attention to the chat while I'm narrating, okay, as the coach. So please respect that. And being that we have 2 lives going, for those of you who might be on your phones, and those of you guys might be just watching it on your YouTube or whatever, the vertical, then excuse me, the horizontal, then yeah, you guys aren't really seeing each other. But I can see all of you, okay? So just bear with me, all right? So hold on, let me remove something. And then let me share my screen. And then we're gonna cook, man. This is a good one. This is a good one. This is a very good one. All of our shit is good, man. All of our shit is great, but this is a good one as well. Because nobody really breaks it down like this. And as engineers, we need to break it all the way down to build it up. That's the only way you're gonna build it up. You got to break it all the way down. And so I love breaking things down so I can understand how to build it. And that's what we're gonna do tonight. So let me see. Share screen. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. There we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. That's some football shit. You know what I'm saying? When you're a quarterback, but here we go. Oh, that's some football shit right there. Here we go. Let's go. You know what I mean? Let's get it. All right, here we go. Now let me make my screen large. You guys see the screen?
Yep.
Okay. Now, you guys can read along if you want. I would recommend that you do. If you can't, just follow me. I'm a pretty good narrator. Every now and then I might not be able to pronunciate a new word, but I get it. I figure it out. And you guys who follow, you guys can figure it out too. So just let me be the coach and do X's and O's. I'm not your professor. There's other people who teach in a very structured way, very professor-like way. If you want to follow them, but you're not following them right now. You're following the coach. So let the coach do what the coach do, but I do a pretty good job in narrating. I mean, what you think? Ready? Do I do a good job in narrating? Verde, do I do a pretty good job in narrating or what?
Yeah, you go.
Okay.
For
All
sure.
right.
You got that.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I do a decent job at that where y'all can still follow me as I read. All right, so here we go. Gentlemen, here we go. The engineering blueprint for producing elite functional frames. She puts in parentheses, for high-performance competition dogs, because we are the high-performance working dog engineer lane. That's who we are. We're the highest of the high. Complete dogs, frames, brains, and motors. Okay, this is the hardest level of creating dogs, is this class. So we got to think of it like this. We can break it down. So here we go. Number one, understand what a functional frame actually is. A functional frame is not about looks or show standards. It is about biomechanics and energy efficiency under extreme stress. A high-performance frame must allow the dog to generate explosive power, absorb impact, maintain endurance for long periods, stay structurally sound under fatigue. Think of it like Formula One chassis, NFL running back bodies, thoroughbred racehorse structure. Everything is built around force production plus efficiency. Do you guys get number one?
Yep.
Okay.
Built like a stock car, shit, racing car. She could withstand abuse, a little abuse, and she could dish out the power and handle it.
Yeah. I mean, she told us to think of it like how we talk about, and that's why I say, see, with AI is only good as the programmer. Okay. Now I'm gonna take a little side. I'm gonna take a little side route. Okay. We got the war in Iran. Okay. They're using a lot of AI. Okay. A lot of people, everybody has AI, but not everybody's a good programmer of it. Okay. Like I say, a lot of people use AI like they use Google. See, one thing that I do with my AI that I pay for is I challenge it. And when I challenge it, she be fucking up, which tests me and how to program her to get what I want out of the bitch. Okay. So because I know this, because I was taught this by the person who told me to get into with AI, who's a very smart guy. Very intelligent guy. He told me AI is only good as you. If you use it basic, you're going to get basic results. But if you challenge it, you will program it to do it. So what I'm breaking down to you is what I programmed it. What I'm saying is what I challenged it to fucking find for me. All the questions I have for that fucking AI, which is her, I ask her every question in my mind. I don't care how outlandish. If she give me something I don't understand, like, wait, bitch, hold on, what about this? I do it. So how she's breaking it down is what I understand. What I want her to, how I want her to break it down. That's why she said, generate explosive power, absorb impact, maintain endurance for a long period of times, stay structurally sound under fatigue. Think about it like, think of it like Formula One chassis, which of course, Formula One canines, right? I told you what I do. NFL running back bodies, okay? You know how I love football, thoroughbred racehorse structure. You know how I study thoroughbreds. You see how this works? You see how she do it for me? You guys?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Good.
I've been watching.
Okay, good. Just want you guys to understand this, okay? Because if you're using AI basic, you're not gonna get this type of. She's not gonna feed you the feedback like she's feeding me, because she know what I've been programming her for the past year. I've been fucking with her. So let's keep it going. The 7 structural traits that matter most. Number 1, shoulder assembly most important. I'm sorry. Number 1, shoulder assembly most important. The shoulder controls stride, length, and power transfer. Ideal traits: long scapula, proper scapula angle around 45 degrees, long humerus, tight shoulder assembly. Why it matters: a long shoulder assembly allows longer stride and smoother movement, meaning the dog wastes less energy. Bad shoulders create strong, choppy strides, early fatigue, joint stress. Okay, you guys get that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. Now, when I had them bulldogs with those extreme fronts, like Red Tiger and his brother, and he had those, those loose shoulders, which would cause elbow dysplasia, because they're super wide, and because they're built so wide, the muscles in the shoulders aren't tight because of how it was structurally built for looks. So when he would run and he would make sharp turns, you would see his shoulders bow out, the dysplasia, because they're not tight. They're not tight. So me knowing this, and I want tighter shoulders, I can't breathe for those extreme fronts no more, because then that's going to create that type of dysplasia, even though it looks great because it gives you an aggressive, it's like a wide body kit on a sports car. You notice that the only time they put a wide body kit on a race car is because those tires are wide. But those of us who like the wide body look, we do it for looks only. You know what I mean? Not performance. So, this is something that I had to learn. Go ahead. You guys want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, on the shoulder structure, it can be too wide even without having genetic defects, because if the front feet don't fit in between the back feet when they stride, that severely limits their strides. They do. I'm sure everybody knows about the bully hop. They more bounce than stride. Because they can't bring their back feet up far enough.
Yeah, I heard of that.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
No, also a lot of times too, the rears, they got them stiff stifles, so they just can't kick the rears up as much, which makes the hop a little bit more worse than what it is. It looks like a big ass dog hopping like a bunny. Seriously.
And they got the short backs.
Yep,
Short
Yeah,
back,
that
it-
short back. Yep.
is
But
not good
see,
for performance.
people take that under construction. Because they will go read like, oh, short, like, so they go, and this is the thing about, once again, breeding for performance. Shout out to coach. The difference between breeding for performance and breeding for characteristics. If you go look up a registration, I'm not going to say no names, but they're going to say they recommend what, short backs. But they don't tell you how short of a back. They don't tell you, hey, if you get this much short of a back, if your back is this compact with this much mass, it's going to cause spinal problems or even a kink tail. If you don't know if your tail's fucked up, then that means your spine is fucked up. The dog's tail and spine is one. So it's a lot when it comes to these frames, and once again, how the frame can impact your output. Having a dog with a kink tail, now your spine is fucked up. Now this dog jumping all funny, or this dog jumped the wrong way, it's gonna paralyze itself. Or if this dog get on this spring pole and hanging too far off the ground with his feet in his air and swinging too hard, it's gonna paralyze itself. You got to think about things like that seriously.
And then they be breeding that shit,
Facts, facts.
keeping it in the world.
Well, that's why I had to let you guys all know that our class is high performance working dogs, not show dogs. I have no problem with show dogs. That's not my lane. So I'm not going to speak negatively about people who do show dogs. Okay. However, our engineering versus their engineering is like I said, it's like physics to fucking times tables. Okay. You know, you can go through basic high school and, know through grade school, know your times tables, but let you get into physics is a whole different lane. Okay. When you're dealing with performance dogs, form and function has to play. Okay. So then when you want aesthetics over form and function, then you get what we're talking about, where you want the short backs, you want the straight, you want the straight top lines, you want the wide fronts, you want the wide rears, you want heavy muscle, you want all these things, you want the muscle in the neck. All these things affect performance, affect functionality. So depending on what you're looking for as someone who's making dogs is how you're going to breed. But then when you deal with the pros and the cons, because there's pros and the cons to everything that we do. So even with them type of dogs, when you're putting those type of frames on these dogs, these short backs, okay, of course they're gonna hop around. Look how short their back don't have. There's no spring in their back. There's no spring in their spine. How would
They
those
don't
legs
have a spine.
hey man? How would those legs interact and go in between each other? And when you got a short ass back, that shit ain't gonna ever work at all. But again, fellas, we doing totally different dogs. Our whole concept is different. You know what I mean? So, but go ahead, K-Man. I think you were going to speak, K-Man. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that those dogs have three problems. Their chest is too wide, their back's too short, and their legs are too short. They're just imbalanced all the way around for novelty.
Yep. Just like the German Shepherd, just like the show German Shepherd is with that super duper slope back. You know what I mean? It's like,
That roach back.
yeah, that shit is just like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And then for them, but you know what? When you breed pure gentlemen, when you take that concept as pure the wrong way, and I don't want us to ever take that concept as pure. I want us to understand pure as this. Pure as it can produce itself. Whatever it is, that's pure. Okay. It's like if you're dealing with drugs and you got the pure raw. And that raw, when you take it and you fucking test it, it's always the same as what it was originally. Whether it's the Peruvian, whether it's whatever it is, the pink, it is whatever it is, pure. Not pure in the way you breed it. Because when you get into that pure mentality with performance dogs, you fuck your dog all the way up, just like how we see with these show dogs. You fuck them up. Because if that dog can produce you what it is, it has to be top tier though, and it can produce you what it is, to me, And to us, that is a pure dog. Because you can have a pure dog that's bred heavily with high COI that's not producing you the desired traits that he is or she is, versus the dog that is not high COI but is prepotent and can produce his or her desired traits. That's pure for us. Okay, so understand the mathematics, understand the concepts, understand the theories when it comes to us, because you can get caught up into this, but then you can start getting into this pure philosophy and then you start fucking up your performance of your dogs. Just like how we talk about how these frames of these show dogs, and because they're all about the looks, you know, it's like, well, shit, you know, you're going to sacrifice one over the other. What do you want more? Do you want that dog to perform at a high level regardless of its genetic variations of its phenotype, or do you want it to look a certain type of way? Okay, same thing with the frames. Pay attention in class. All right, let's carry on. Let's carry on. Number 2, rib cage depth. This determines lung capacity and endurance. Ideal, deep rib cage. Brother Duro, so check this out, Brother Duro. Ideal is deep rib cage. Good heart room. Rib cage reaching near elbow. Too shallow equals poor stamina. I don't know if you guys ever knew that one. Come on, that's why this classroom, that's why there's no classroom like this one here but ours. Pay attention in class. Please take notes. Okay? But too wide, less agility. You want deep but not barrel wide. You get number 2, y'all?
Yes, sir.
This is why there's a difference between what we're doing here and then what other people are doing when they're breeding dogs for a look or a show. Because I know this just off of my own experience dealing with Red Tiger and his brother. You know, they have the barrel chest. They're super wide, super muscular, big old thick muscle in the neck, smush face, closed nares, all that shit that make you go, ooh, ah, they call it wow factor. All that wow, big bone, all the shit. All the wow factor, but it's horrible for performance. That is not a performance dog look whatsoever.com. And because I wanted to try to hybridize that look and put a different motor in, that's not how God designs high performance animals. That's an extreme animal. Was a red tiger. Most bullies in the bully world, they want those extreme features. Well, you're not going to get performance out of extreme features, extreme fronts, extreme bones, extreme head, extreme muscle, extreme rears. You're not getting no performance out of anything extreme, y'all. So when she breaks down the depth of the rib cage, then I own a dog like AK who has a deep rib cage, okay, whose body is functional, who's got the nip tuck, who's got the long body, who's got the rears, but it's proportioned, who's all the things. He's got muscle, but not super muscular, and like all the things that's built for performance. Then I can see why he can jump up and down 50 times. I can see why he can go 3 times up and 3 times down the hill without being tired. Because I see how he's built. I can see why he breathes so clearly. But you have to experience this, y'all. You guys got to have an experience of both contrasts like I have, because I bought so many different type of dogs, and I was trying to, make, I was doing my scientist shit. What if I can do this? I got this dog is lacking. I got that dog. Let me mix it. Let me see what, So when she says this deep rib cage, I agree with her. Because you want bigger lungs in that deep rib cage. You want the heart to fit in that, like Secretariat, the big heart. If you got a small rib cage and a narrow, barrel, I mean, you ain't gonna fit them big ass lungs in them motherfucking barrel ass fucking rib cage. You need a deep rib cage to fit them big ass lungs and them organs in there. Go ahead, K man. I know you was gonna cook. I heard you. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you want to see the ultimate rib cage, look at a foxhound. They're the ultimate balance of speed, agility, and endurance. They can maintain a pretty fast pace for dozens of miles.
Hey, you know what, K man? Let's do a modern dog marvels on the foxhound. You down for that?
Hell yeah.
Oh, did we? Now we did the hound. Did we do the hounds? Did we do the hounds?
Yeah, we did the
We did.
hounds.
Was the foxhound in
It
there?
Foxhound. No, sir. Well, it was. It came up. Foxhounds came up. Coonhound. I think it was the leopard hound that didn't come up. And what was that other one? Ready? That no, I think that was it. Huh? Ready? The leopard hound.
Yeah, I think we did. We saw some of the curs, them cur hound dogs.
Okay, let's do one specifically on the foxhound because now you got me curious, K man. So let's add that to our modern dog model. Let's do one specifically on the foxhound because if you saying they're able to do all that, I want to study their whole breakdown, frames, brains, and motors. And she already knows how I want her to break it down. So she gonna break it down just how we want her to break it down.
I'm surprised caveman ain't say the German short head pointer.
Yeah,
Elaborate on it.
they're pretty close to being everything a hound is, but their chest is a little narrow, so they don't quite have the endurance of a hound. But they're a little faster.
All right, I gotta ask. So speed, like I wouldn't compare the foxhound speed to a Siberian Husky, but as far as that endurance in that chest space, it got. Would you say that stamina is up there with it? Like a real working Siberian Husky, we talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of different worlds. They can run the same, but they're not pulling like a husky. But yeah, they can run the miles. I'm not sure how a husky would do, running with the pack. But they'd probably do pretty good because a Karelian bear dog is a type of husky type dog.
Hey, we can do the husky Verde. We can do the husky too on the modern dog marbles as well. We can do that as well.
No, it's the one we got to do is the one that K Man just said. The Burley herd. Say it
The
again, K Man.
Karelian,
Yeah,
the
Karelian.
that.
Karelian. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's
they
a bad
defend
Flemish
bears.
Gemini.
They
Literally,
defend
like that's a.
against bears.
Oh
They
no, they
bear
hunt.
hunt with them. All the, I was like, yeah, they hunting with them things, black
Yeah,
bears and
they
all.
let bears down and bay them.
Yep, they do that too.
The hunter kills them.
Them things bad. Like they see a bear, they biting it. They not barking. Like
Okay, so ready. Take those two down, those two, and then we'll put that in our what I'm saying, in our next, modern dog marvel. So we'll do those two dogs, and we'll, now we got a couple dogs we can do for the modern
All
dog.
right, cool.
Okay, cool. I love it. All right, let's carry on. Let's carry on, classroom. Hey, y'all keep cooking in the chat. We'll revisit everything you guys are talking about, but y'all keep cooking in the chat.
Another new signal over here.
Okay, my bad, my bad, my bad. I was on mute. All right,
Yeah.
let me go number 3. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm back. I'm sorry. All right, number 3, spine flexibility and strength. The spine is the power transmission line. Think of it like a spring system. Ideal. Slight arch over loin. Tight, strong back. Flexible spine. Too stiff equals poor power transfer. Too loose equals weak structure. All right, let me read that one more time. Number 3, spine flexibility and strength. The spine is the power transmission line. Think of it like a spring system. Ideal. Slight arch over loin. Tight, strong back. Flexible spine. Too stiff equals poor power transfer. Too loose equals weak structure. How do you guys feel about number 3?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, you need a flexible spine if you're gonna be able to take those long distance sprints and shit. Like a spring and shit. And you need that tight back to harness that flexible spine so it don't pop out of place. Yeah.
And I heard about how it says slight arch. So I heard in a documentary before on how certain breeds back then was actually breeding for I wouldn't say the most majorest roachback. I'll have to go back and rewatch the documentary, but it was like the roachback that they was breeding for back then somehow was actually like helping the dog's performance. If I'm making sense, I'm gonna go back and find that documentary.
For certain breeds, the roachback is good, but in a lot of breeds, it isn't.
Like I want to say it was a pit bull documentary too.
It probably was. Same with the greyhound. But see that they don't have the a German Shepherd's got a different type of roachback because it actually has short hips and short femurs, and the knees and everything buckle to where the dog is.
It looked like a toad, like a frog and shit.
Yeah,
It was kind of slow, like the back, like a slide. Just went straight down. It was, and then the ones that did look like that did have the roach back. I don't like. Do you think that was like inbreeding or another breed being brought in that caused that?
I
yeah.
think that's inbreeding over time.
What they did is broke the dog's back legs down where the knee and the ankle joints were weak. They overextended. They couldn't hold herself up. Ligaments get too long and stuff.
And that's why we as engineers, right, depending on what your dog's job is, how it's structured, if it can do its job at a high level based off of its structure, you know, however God designed it as far as the outcome. Of course, you had your mindset, but if that dog performs, whether it has a higher rear, a roach back, a straight back, whatever it might be, as long as that dog is able to have that form and function, perform at a high level, then salute it, you know. But at the same time, if you're able to see different structures of your dogs and you see the ones that outperform the other structures, then that gives you an idea, of course, okay, this is how I want my dog structured for this type of performance. Does that make sense, what I'm saying to y'all?
Yeah, everything has a purpose.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's carry on. Keep cooking in the chat, you guys. Like I said, y'all cook, but after I get done breaking everything down, then we'll go to the chat. So y'all can, what I mean, I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just, like I said, I can't multitask like that.
Nah,
All right.
they really cooking though.
Yeah, that's what I said. Keep cooking, you
No,
guys.
facts. They going in today.
Yeah, keep cooking, class. It's all good, and we'll come back to it. All right. So number 4, rear angulation. She goes engine in parentheses. The rear is the motor. Key components: pelvis angle, femur length, stifle angle, hock placement, ideal rear, long femur, good bend of stifle, low hocks. This gives explosive drive, strong push off, acceleration power. You guys get number 4, rear angulation? Why that's important? The engine. You understand why she calls it the engine? Go ahead and elaborate.
Yeah, that's where she gets all her explosiveness. She could. It's like a little resistance, and then they could just push off from the resistance.
No, that's a fact. But like, also if you like, if you ever done any type of sports or karate, boxing, martial arts, anything in that category, you feel me? You will know like if you got a sprained ankle and you try to hit that field or go in that octagon or hit that mat with a sprained ankle, and this person that you going against, it no sprained ankles, I'm telling you right now, they power, the way they push off, the way they move, the way how they're going to step, everything is just going to be more powerful, a little bit quicker, a little bit this, a little bit that. You feel what I'm saying? So it goes to say like you just want to make sure that your frame, as in like with the human too, like you can compare yourself or just humans in general. You feel me? Like if your core is off,
Or
everything else is going to be off. You want a
right.
strong core. You want to make sure you're balanced. You want to make sure you're grounded. Both feet are planted. Because once again, the littlest oftenest somebody could come from the back, push you, it's over. Somebody could come push you from the side, boom, you're going to fall over. So it's same with these dogs. Like if they got stiff cycles, they're not going to be able to push off with all their might. You feel me? They going to be doing like that goes back to with the rib cage. Dog's going to be doing little bunny hops. They're not going to be doing his full potential. And once again, what happened when you got a dog that wants to go 100 but can't? That's when you start seeing kennel accidents. You start seeing the injuries.
Yeah, that's when you be seeing them clumsy dogs and shit. When the dog, they be running they fullest speed, but they can't hit that that quick turn off like a rabbit and shit. They gonna
No,
fall and shit.
all right. So
And
like
then
this, right? Ozzy Hobbs, he's a F1 mix between Zoblood and Pitt. So because he got that Dorsism gene in him, he wants to go 100. I see sometimes where he wants to fully sprint, but it's like because of the structure he has, right? It's like he can't fully go 100. But I'm not saying he can't produce 100. I see. You feel me? I seen his kids. I seen how they run. I had Pluto outside with him. I'm not even gonna lie. Pluto would smoke Ozzy, and I'm not even like I'm proudly to admit that like the offspring that I produce, I know for a fact if I get them outside and somebody try to hit 100, the puppy's gonna hit 100. I like me personally as an athlete, I can't outrun Pluto as a 5-month-old puppy. When I be running my full speed, he's right there with me, and I love it. Ozzy Hobbs, he's fast, yeah, he's quick, yeah, he got the might, yes, I love his mindset, yes. So it makes up for certain things, but it's like if it had to be once again the moment of the time, like I need you here now, will fuck up on that because of his frame, not because Hobbs can't, because of the frame. So once again, how can we fix that? Take it to a better bitch that got a cleaner frame, a better frame that's going to throw 100% better frames when it comes to rear angulations, stronger rears, more mass, more better bone density. So once again, if I need a dog here and now, it's going to be here and now, not, oh, I want it to get to you now. You feel me? So once again, you just want to reevaluate. And like I say, those are the moments where even in a cut, if you got to keep it real with yourself, you got to be real with yourself so you can breed the next better dog for yourself in your program, period. You feel me? Something that I feel like that make up for Ozzy Hobbs. He got a little east to westies. I peeped. When he turned, he actually turned, and this is what I was gonna say. He make up on. Fendi, she got cat feet, fast as fuck, strong rears. All the good shit that you would want for a bitch. You feel me? But when it comes to her turning, because she have cat feet and she's this 80-pound bitch, she don't turn like Ozzy. She don't she like yeah, she gets off on the gas fast, but when it comes to turn, oh, Ozzy will smoke her ass. And that's where Ozzy take lead. But guess what? Because she has the frame she has, once let's say it's a straightaway again, just like F1, Mercedes and McLaren, you feel me? McLaren from it, you feel me? Yeah, Mercedes when it comes to this turn, because they had that technology back then, you feel me? The little down first could turn with the wop, you feel me? They finna on your ass, but let McLaren get on that straightaway. Let them get on that slipstream. Oh, it's over. So
Smoking.
exactly. So that's how it is with Fendi and Ozzy. And I love watching that shit. Like, oh yeah, Fendi finna take off on his ass, but let the ball bounce off of something and turn this way. Oh, Ozzy finna he finna on your ass. Ain't no juking Ozzy.
No,
No.
I hit
And that's what
that
I and
too.
that's what I
Yeah.
like. If you think like, and I'm gonna give you all a heads up. If your best option to get away from Ozzy, just keep running straight. Don't turn, don't zigzag, because he's on your ass. You feel me?
Yeah. Y'all cooking, man. Y'all cooking. Chat, y'all cooking. Verde, great analogy, great breakdown. You know what I mean? Ready. You already know what time it is, man. Salute to the classroom, man. Salute to y'all engineers too. You know what I mean? I love it. I love it to see our super dog man computer cooking. I love to hear you guys cook like y'all cooking, man, because this is how we're going to advance these dogs. Thinking outside the box to create the circle. I love how y'all thinking and just sharing your ideas and stuff, because I don't want to block anybody's, you know, mind when it comes to these dogs. You know what I mean? Because everything that you guys bring to the table helps us all create better high performance dogs. So I appreciate everybody participating, man. It's a big salute. So let's carry on. Let's carry on. All right. Number 5. Balance between front and rear. This is what K-Man was talking about. One of the most overlooked things. You want balanced angulation. If the rear is stronger than the front, dog overdrives. Inefficient movement. If front stronger than the rear, weak propulsion. Elite dogs move balanced like a machine. You guys get number 5? You guys want to elaborate on number 5?
You want a dog that's running the same speed from front and back. When the when the front go, you want the back legs to be ready to be hitting where the front legs was at.
Yeah, you want that rhythm.
Yep. You don't
Yep.
want to have a offbeat rhythm,
Yep.
slouchy movement, no gait, a balance gait. Dog can't have stand right, correct. Yes, that's no good.
Right. What about you, K-Man? You quiet. What's up, K-Man?
No, I'm good on this one. I mean, most of your propulsion comes from the back. The front basically just catches you and keeps you balanced till the back feet can grab again.
Yeah, I see the front just like a car. That's why I always tell you guys, like, study Formula One. Y'all got Netflix, man. They got the new season now. Go watch it, man. Go watch it. Formula One. Go watch all the seasons, man. But of course, your front is the steering and the stabilizing, right? And it's like K-Man said, the rear is your power, your propulsion. So you got nice, strong fronts. And like I was telling you guys about having extreme frame type dogs, and I'm seeing them stabilizing themselves with their front, and I'm seeing the shoulders not being tight enough to handle that force when you break, right? When the dog breaks, when the dog hits his cut, and all the weight loads up onto his front, and you see the elbows splay out, that's no bueno. Because all it takes is just that wrong hard turn and then blow his whole shoulder out. Blah! Same thing with a car. You know what I mean? Same thing with a race car. So that's what she's saying. It's got to be put together in the frame of your dog. You need to think about that front as well as the back, so that it can be balanced in its performance. If the front assembly of your dog is his pretty much stability and how he can drive into the ground and pivot and then push off on his rear, you want that to be stable enough. You want that to be strong enough to be able to do that in any kind of capacity that dog is going to be in. Because, if a dog is in any type of prey competition, he's going to be throwing his body all over the place. So all that's got to play, in a balanced form. Okay. So understand that balance between front and rear. It's gotta make sense when it comes to the work that you're trying to put or that you're trying to demonstrate in that dog. Okay. Let's carry on. Number 6, bone density. Bone must support power. Too light, injury risk. Too heavy, slow movement. Ideal bone, dense but athletic. Thick, track athlete, not bodybuilder. Okay, that right there. Listen to this. Thick, track athlete, not bodybuilder. Okay. Now, when you want them wow factor dogs, those big bones look really impressive. We don't want them sticks, but we want that, we want, like she said, that track athlete. We want it to be, proportionate enough to perform, but dense enough to where it can withstand pressure, withstand a hard cut, where if it cut real hard and dug into the ground, it's not going to snap. Or if it runs into a predator or runs into prey, the prey ain't going to just break it just because it hits it the wrong angle. But it's not too thick to hinder performance. You guys get number 6? Elaborate on number 6. You guys get number 6?
Yep. Muscular, but not overly bulky in appearance.
Yeah.
Basically.
One thing that's going to regulate that bone density on your legs is your feet. Because if you're looking for a good balanced foot, the heavier you get, the more splayed out, weaker ankles, longer tendons, looser feet, more flat on the ground and splayed out instead of square and on their toes, like a running dog.
Right. You need a lighter body. Lighter.
Yeah, there's
to that splat feet.
that piggyback off other traits,
Okay.
Do y'all know the risks of splat feet?
I didn't hear that.
What would be like the true down issues to splat feet?
Okay, so I've had dogs with tight feet and splay feet. To me, I don't see no problem with it as long as the dogs. Just think about all right. Think of your dog like you. You're not perfect, but you can work at something and, perfect what God has blessed you with, or what God, has not blessed you with, just like any other athlete. You know what I mean? So you can have dogs with tight feet, dogs with splayed feet. Now, depending on how strong their toes are, some dogs got weak ass fucking toes. So they splayed feet is a hindrance, versus some dogs got strong ass toes where their splayed feet is an advantage, because they can grab and they can claw and they can use them like we use our digits. Okay. Some dogs have too tight feet where they're like, the dog ain't got no grip because they toes is too damn tight. You know what I mean? Think about it, even a lion, right? A lion paw. You might see a lion like it's a splayed feet, but you open that, I guarantee if you touch a lion's paw, them motherfuckers is so loose and, like, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker is so flexible in his joints, where his fingers are, whatever, in his paw. You might see him walking, it's like, oh, they're close, but the motherfucker spread is so flexible like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Think about how they got to grab shit, how they climb up stuff. So that ideal tight feet looks great, right? But again, understand what your dog's function is. Okay, if you got a swimmer, you don't want them tight ass goddamn feet. Okay, you want a little bit of splay in them.
You need that webbing, that little webbed foot.
The
Yeah,
web
you want a little bit of splay in them.
Yeah.
But the key is this. This is the key, y'all, to that shit with the splayed feet. Your dog's toes, those digits off the feet need to be strong. If they're not strong, then your dog is trash with them splayed feet. That's for damn sure. And also with them tight feet, if them digits aren't able to flex, then your dog is trash with them tight ass feet too. You know what I mean? So it varies. Y'all can go ahead and y'all can elaborate.
It also is about the environment your dog is in, the terrain and the ground. All that plays into it as well. Just like some of the indigenous peoples in the jungles, some of their feet, when you see their feet ain't like how our feet is. They got that splayed, that all their digits are splayed out, and they can run right up the tree. We can't run up the tree. Our feet ain't like that. They could grab stuff just like they grabbing with stuff like they hand and all that shit. Just like what you was saying, coach. But they shit is built like that. Our shit ain't built like that. We wearing socks and shit.
Correct.
Protection.
Okay, man. Yeah, no, you're right, Brandon.
Yeah, my answer to that would be that those splayed out feet are a specialized tool. So if you're using them for like grappling, they're not a problem. But if you want your dog to be able to run through the woods and stuff, that'd probably be a problem. Or if you want your dog to be fast. But yeah, that's why it's all about the balance in between the tight feet and the looser, more flexible feet. Just like every other, everything else. Another thing is if your dog has accessible feet, it probably has loose joints everywhere else too.
So it's one of them things. It's like it's not necessarily bad, but it's not good. But like once again, like depending on your environment, what you're doing, once again, what you breeding it for, or the purpose that you're using the dog for, it might succeed, it might not. But then at the end, what you just told me, it can also possibly like show signs that the dog might even have loose joints other places. But that's not is that something that you ran into like with a dog or a few dogs, like, or is this something like you was like actually testing for and just seeing?
It's just something I've seen with all the different breeds and different types. Like there's a lot of different types of hounds. So there's the ones that are bred to be really fast on the track. There's other ones that have been bred really slow to be able to pick up old cold tracks. And there's dogs like the blue tick. A lot of them have those splayed out feet. I mean, there's a lot of different varieties. So I've seen the different physiques and different feet and stuff play out in the woods. That's more of like a game dog foot, like a bulldog type of foot. More traction on the ground.
That's crazy. See, that's how you know like you've been in the game longer than me, because the time that I seen it was like around the time where it was. I wouldn't say they was throwing it on the German Shepherd, but it seemed like it was a heavy issue within the German Shepherd breed around this. Around a certain point in time when I was growing up, I seen a lot of the German Shepherds with like display feet and longer feet than usual, but them there look like hands than paws.
Well, yeah, one thing you'll notice about them dogs with splayed out feet is look at the angle of their ankle. Their ankle is way overextended.
So this goes back to the loose. This will be what, loose joints then?
Or that weight can't handle
Um,
the, the
Starts
feet.
out with loose tendons. But it's all about, everything else. So what degree are we talking about? Are we talking about loose? Are we talking about excessive loose or extreme loose? You know,
Right. So
Okay,
it's
thank you, Kid. Thank you.
okay. So listen. Remember, form, function. Form follows function. So depending on what that dog is doing, again, balance is the key, right? You want a tighter feet, which has purpose because of the strength in the toes, but then you want dexterity in the toes too. So depending on what that dog has, if it has tight feet and it has dexterity in his toes, whether it has web feet and it still has strength in his toes, you know what I mean? That's what you have to pay attention to in that dog. And then based off of what it can do, then you can say, okay, I'm grateful that that dog has more of a splay type of feet set. Or I'm grateful that dog has more of a tighter feet set based off of what that dog is bred to do, what that dog is actually showing you when it's doing whatever you bred it to perform to do. Does that make sense, you guys?
yeah,
Yep.
or it's like I would prefer the dog to be a balance and be able to do both jobs.
Correct. Me too. Me too. But that's ideal, right? For us as engineers, that's ideal, right? A dog that has tight feet where it gives us that aesthetic, and then also can splay his feet out or her feet out when necessary, when it wants to use its feet for climbing or wants to use his feet for grabbing, or you know what I mean, whatever it might use his feet, or swimming, whatever it might use his feet. The dexterity in the joints is loose enough and then strong enough to tighten. That's ideal for us as engineers. But I don't want you guys to perceive like all my dogs have to have tight toes, or all my dogs can't have web feet, or all my dogs need to have web feet. Like it needs to be a dog that can be balanced enough to do both when it comes to perform and use his feet properly when it comes to its level of performance or what it's doing, like, you know, the balance part, which is very hard to do, honestly. It's very hard to do. But you know what? You mentioned something, Reddy, the environment. Because if a dog is in an environment just like us as humans, over time, it's going to adapt, especially if it's a working dog. It has to adapt. It has to. Or, you know, survival of the fittest. You know what I mean? If I got a dog that's in the jungle and it's running on all kind of fucked up terrain, and it doesn't have that dexterity in the actual joints of the actual toes, it'll eventually learn how to get that. Eventually, it's going to get it, or it's going to have a hard time. And if it doesn't get it, then its offspring will eventually get it. So let's carry on. Number 7. Ooh, look, damn, we ahead of it. Number 7, foot structure. Feet are shock absorbers. Ideal. Tight cat feet, thick pads, strong pasterns. Weak feet lead to fatigue, injury, inefficient movement. The genetic strategy to produce elite frames. Now let's talk about breeding strategy, which is where most breeders fail. Step 1, start with a structural foundation dog. You must identify a dog that already has correct shoulders, deep rib cage, strong back, powerful rears. This dog becomes your frame foundation sire or dam. Without this, the program fails. You guys get step number 1?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 2, identify complementary structure. Do not breed 2 dogs with the same structural weakness. Example, dog A, great rear, weak shoulders. Dog B, great shoulders, moderate rear. Breeding them can balance the offspring. You get that?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
This is why we say, make sure when you breed animals, it should be complementary, right? They should be having what the other dog has, but adding to what the other dog doesn't have. Not, okay, like she said, this dog has great rear, this dog has horrible rears. This dog got great fronts, this dog got horrible. Like, it needs to be, this dog has great rears, she has great rears, but she has better shoulder set than the male do.
Yep. That's a fact.
Okay. Number 3, use line breeding to lock structure. Once you produce a dog with a great frame, you line breed to lock the structure. Example, foundation dog, daughter. Breed, uncle times niece, half brother times half sister. Purpose, stabilize structure genetics. Reproduce frame consistency. This is how legendary lions stabilize their structure. You guys get number 3? Use line breeding to lock structure.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And I actually like the way how she said to lock in structure and just, you know, let it clean at that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we learned about this. Everything that you use in the breeding tool shed is all for a reason. It's all for a reason. We use everything. Inbreed, line breeding, outcross. We use it all for a strategic reason. Period. Okay, not just because. All right, let's keep going. Step 4, outcross for hybrid vigor. After structure becomes consistent, you outcross to increase vigor, prevent structural weakness accumulation, increase athletic ability. This is where you see F1 hybrid explosion, exactly like racehorses. You guys get step 4? You guys get that?
Yes, sir.
With you.
Yep. Hybrid vigor, number 1.
Yeah. Can't. I mean, shit. We need that for high performance. Anytime you want to add that explosion, you need that F1 hybrid explosion. That's what she calls it. All right. Number 3, she got the 3rd generation structural breeding model. Generation 1, outcross to create structural variation. Generation 2, select dogs with the best frames. Generation 3, line breed structural dogs. This locks in the frame blueprint. You guys get the third generation structural breeding model, 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
You know how I like to keep it simple, y'all. She gave us a simple outline. Very simple. 1, 2, 3. Very simple.
The blueprint right there.
Blueprint. So simple for y'all. Okay, it's not complicated. It's simple. You just got to have the right genetics to make it really work. You know, you got to have balance to make it work. Like we've been teaching you guys. You know, you got to have complementary breedings, not the same. Complementary breedings to create synergy. And if you have those breedings intact, you can do the 3-generation structural breeding model. First generation, outcross to create structural variation. We need the variances. We need the variances. This is, these are our tools. You keep every litter. Remember our last class? Keep the whole litter. Okay. Select dogs with the best frames when you keep the whole litter. Okay. Generation 3, line breed, best structural dogs. This locks in the frame blueprint. Selection rules. The hard truth. Most breeders keep too many dogs. You must be ruthless. Cull dogs with weak pasterns, narrow chests, poor shoulders, sway backs, cow hawks, straight stifles. If the frame is wrong, the dog cannot become elite. You guys get that?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And I got a delay on this one, big time, huh?
Yeah, I don't know why you get the feedback every time you speak, but at least you're in the game. We know how to prevent that by just pressing mute, so it's all good. We hear you though, okay, man. We hear you. Performance testing. Structure must prove itself. Key tests: sprint ability, endurance, recovery time, injury resistance. A correct frame lasts longer under stress. You guys get the performance testing?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. This is why we say test everything. This is why we say test everything. Here we go. Visual signs of an elite frame. When you see one, you notice effortless movement, long stride, smooth power transfer, balanced posture. They move like machines built for work. You guys get visual signs of an elite frame?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
The big secret elite breeders know: the greatest dogs usually come from average pedigree plus elite structure, not elite pedigree plus poor structure. Structure determines how much genetic ability can actually be expressed. You guys get that?
Yeah, I like how she explained that.
I do too. I do too. This is what I want you guys to pay attention to. Because at the end of the day, unless you are in control of that pedigree and you've bred strictly on the frames, brains, and motors concept, then you can depend on your pedigree to a certain extent. Because remember, when that genetic shuffle happens, hey, that variation it comes in all the offspring. So that doesn't mean that because the daddy or the mama was elite in her structure, the kids are going to be as elite. So that's why she says average pedigree plus elite structure. So the ones who have elite structures and can pass it on is how we breed. That's a big secret. Okay, it's not a secret for us, but a lot of people don't understand this part because they're not in the lab cooking with dogs that have this structure that you love, and they can produce it. Not the pedigree that we love, because the pedigrees can be deceiving. We know that. All right, here we go. If I were designing a Formula One canines frame program, I would focus on producing dogs with long shoulder assembly, deep rib cages, flexible spine, explosive rear drive, tight feet, balanced angulation. Then line breed the best structural dogs produced. Over time, you create your own structural signature, exactly like elite horses are. Exactly like elite horse breeders. You guys get that? If she's talking about if she was designing, right? She goes, if I were designing a Formula One K9's frame program, you guys get that?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Let's carry on.
That's another blue.
She goes, the frames, brains, motors hierarchy. In real performance genetics, frames, structure, brains, nervous systems, motors, drive, and power. Because structure determines how long the engines can run. You guys get that? The frames, brains, motors hierarchy?
Yep, that's the bottom line.
Bottom line. That's a complete dog, engineers. It's the hardest thing we can do as engineers. It's hard to create a balanced dog. It's very hard. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're going to have to buy more genetics. If you think you can fix it with the same dog parts, you're fucking lying to yourself. We know better. Those of us who are artists, we like our tools. Those of us who are mechanics, we know we got tools, and not every tool can do everything, every job. We know that as mechanics. You need all the tools to do certain jobs. Same thing with the dogs. Same thing with the dogs. That's why you hear the coach talking about got DNA. I do, because I went on the DNA shopping spree. I was thinking like that. I was thinking I would need dogs as genetic parts. That's why I did what I did. That's why I spent what I spent. That's why I have the lab that I have right now. Because I bought dogs because I seen them as car parts, but they're dog parts. And I knew at the end of it all, I'm going to have to interchange, break it down, add something else, line breed if I like it, inbreed if I really like it, outcross if I have to hit that whole reset button, all that shit I was thinking about. All of it. Which leads me to our concept and how we build it, the hierarchy, like she said, the frames, brains, and motors hierarchy. Number one is frames, right? Just like you build a car. Number two, you make sure you got that computer right. And then we build that power plant. And then we put that power plant into the frame. We got the computer that controls it. Frames, brains, and motors. Oh my goodness. Oh man, we gotta love it. Oh, we love it. What a class. What a class. Let's go ahead and digress this screen. Let's go ahead and tap into the chat. See how y'all was cooking, man.
Oh, they've been waiting. Yeah. No, I'm just playing, but they've been cooking.
Yeah, they working at that.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got, man. Yeah, y'all been cooking. Good Lord. Y'all been cooking. Y'all been cooking. All right, so here we go. Let's see here. Duro says, shout out to Oakland. Yeah, Oaktown. Yeah. Let's see. Man, y'all is over here cooking. I'm going to make sure I fucking. Only the council said, I love that shit too. He said, I stood by AK and Red Tiger JR, Cowboy and all that. Yeah. He seen them all. Cowboy, Red Tiger JR. He seen them all, man. Shout out to Only the council, man. You know what I mean? He was able to come to the soil. My brother Blue Line Bill came to the soil when he got Jaws. He came to the soil, saw all the dogs. Let's see what else we got. Hold on, man. Y'all been cooking, so I'm trying to make sure I pick the right one, y'all. So salute on that. Oh, TESD, man. I mean, he already out. So salute TESD when you watch the playback, man. He said he had to get to bed, man. So salute TESD. Damn, y'all was cooking. Y'all talking about the Greyhounds. Y'all talking about, I already hit that with the ideal frame. Let me keep going. The Dogos to the Lurchers. Damn. Okay, so Matt's Triassic Exotic, he says, in my opinion, they try so hard to separate one type of dog from the next. They breed low quality to be able to say this animal is different. This animal is different. Here's why. So I think you're talking about Matt. I think you were talking about the show dog versus the working dog. I think that's what he's talking about. You guys, you think that's what he's talking about, Matt? You guys, can you guys see that comment I put on the screen with Matt's? He says, in my opinion,
I got my. Go
I
ahead,
think he's talking about
coach.
the show dog versus the working
He
dog.
said yes. Matt said yes.
Okay. Salute, Matt. Yeah. Well, it's two different purposes, right? When you're doing a show dog, it's about what that dog looks like, and they want every dog to look the same or uniform to a standard. Versus as like us, we want a dog to work at a high level, so we don't give a fuck what it looks like, as long as its form and function meets its working capabilities at the highest level. We can care less. So it is like apples and oranges for us. But go ahead, K-Man, you gonna tap in?
Well, I'm going to say that he's right about the working dog world too, because if you have a female walker coonhound competition dog and she's world champion, they wouldn't breed to the best dog in the world because it was a blue tick. You know what I mean? They would breed to a walker, even though it was maybe not as good of a dog. You know, and then plus they're not getting any diversity. They'll stick with their dogs, and they won't let you compete in their breed club.
Wow. See, and that's dumb as hell, because when we did that Malinois masterclass, he was talking about that, how breed clubs was fucking up doing that shit, and they was forced to change because they fucking bottlenecked themselves and fucked their dogs up doing that same thing what you just said, K-Man. So it's this is why this classroom is very important for us, because we know better. We can study all of them. We can go watch all the ops games. What I mean by the ops is people that think opposite of us. Okay, not like these kids talk, but the opposite of us. We can actually go and study them, right? Be students of their, even though you don't agree, you still want to study their philosophies so that you can understand why they fucking up. Or you could take some good things that they've done and you can add it to what you do. But what you just said, K-Man, is right. And what you just said, Matt's Triassic Exotics, you correct. You know what I mean? When you try to be a gatekeeper of something, you fuck it up, because now you create a box and say you can't go outside of this. Then you just annihilate the dog by doing that. Period.
But when it's not a game, when it's for real, like when you're really going to put the dog in a real life situation, you take the Malinois, you know how they breed them. Look at the Alaskan Husky, you know how they breed those. Same way. You know, when it really matters, they breed that way. When it's just a club game is when they stick to their rules.
Okay, got it. Yep. And that makes sense too. You know, but again, when you start to see your dog, this is anybody, this is common sense. When you start to see your line of dogs deteriorate or you need more out of them, you will not breed the same way when you need more out of your line. You can't get no more out of a line that is what it is. Period. That's common sense. And for those dogmen who work their dogs, they know that. They know that already. They know, okay, well, shit, these dogs work for a while, but now for what I need them to do, I need more out of them. And in the line, I don't have that in the line. I don't have it in the line. I don't give a fuck how prestigious my so-called blood is. If it's not doing what I needed to do as far as advancement, then I need to go back to the drawing board and add something that I don't have. That's common sense for those of us who work dogs. But, if you're into your club and it's prestigious and you're just worrying about your line and you want to hold on to old dogs in the pedigree, then you're going to have that, what they say, popular sire syndrome bullshit going on, or popular sires or lines. So we know better, but let's carry on, man. Y'all cooking. Let's carry on. What else we got? Sosa asked about the Catahoula. He said, one of my favorite curated dogs. I've heard about the Catahoula, but I haven't really done too much studying about it. You guys know anything about the Catahoula?
Yep. Yeah, that's a landrace breed. Catahoula Parish in Louisiana. It's a conglomeration of different breeds. Bred all around. Guard dog, farm dog, hog dog, coon dog.
So it's a multi-purpose dog. The Catahoula.
Yep, the utility dog. Catahoula leopard cur, they're called.
Nice. Okay.
That's where some of that Merle come from.
Yeah. They claim that that's how they got that Merle in the American Bully. I don't know. That sounds good.
But they made the Catahoula Bulldog out of that.
Oh, they got a Catahoula Bulldog too?
You never seen the Merle Bulldog? That Merle Bulldog?
But is it called a Catahoula Bulldog?
With the blue eye? With the half blue eye, just like the Catahoula leopard dogs. They got them crazy eyes.
I've seen some regular bulldogs that weren't Merle that had that crazy blue eye too. Did that come from
those is Catahoula Bulldog?
Well, it makes sense that somebody down there is going to breed a line of Catahoulas specifically to be a catch dog for hogs.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
Very popular.
Matt Triassic, he said they say George Washington played a role in the creations of the American foxhound. You ever heard of that one?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Matt for that.
Oh, he playing off of our master class thing that we was talking about. The breeds that we was gonna be talking about in the next classes.
But Reddy, did you know what he said about George?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Shout out to Reddy, man. Shout out to Reddy. That's dope. Salute, Mats. All right, let's see. Was that types? Was that types? Man, I cannot pronounce your name. Is it types? Types? From New Zealand. Big salute to you, my brother. From New Zealand. Welcome back. Types. Tony said he said roachback wasn't frowned on in the pits, but it wasn't extreme like the GSD has become. Yeah. How do you feel about that, Caveman? Because I know you know about a little bit about the history of the American Pit Bull Terrier back in the day in that roachback.
Yeah, they absolutely had it. You can still see it in a lot of lines, but the thing is, they had to correct rears. They had their stifle, their femur, their pasterns, everything was correct. Where on the German Shepherd, it isn't.
Good one, Tony. Good one, brother.
On the game dog, it looks like it does on the Greyhound. You just go about halfway down the back, and there's an arch. Going from there to the hips, so the dog can bend it underneath of its rib cage and spring itself. It gives them a lot of power.
It's okay, man. Maybe they added a greyhound in there and they didn't tell nobody.
Yeah, I'm sure they did, but they also could have pulled it out of the hounds they put in there. I'm sure Whippet's been put in there.
So the hounds have that roachback as well.
Usually
Well,
not
greyhound is. I guess the hound greyhound is a hound. So I guess yeah, of course, right?
exactly. They're a mix of a hound or a greyhound and a bulldog, so you can pull that out of them when you mix them with something else.
Okay. Dylan said, "What big salute to you, Dylan." He said, "Working line people say it's a misunderstanding. You're supposed to slope the dog's legs when stacking. It shows people. It shows. It show. Excuse me. It show people think it's supposed to slope. I'm trying to decipher what you mean by that. He says, working line people say it's a misunderstanding. You're supposed to slope the dog's legs when stacking. It shows people it show people think it's supposed to slope. You guys get what you mean by that?
Yeah, I think he's trying to say, like, so for instance, somebody that's like us performance people, we would see a dog, which they call it self stacking. But for instance, you might go outside and see AK just standing there and might take a picture of him, and people be like, "Oh my gosh, AK stacking up," but it just like it was just AK was looking good. I decided to take a picture of him. You feel me? He had his nice stance and pose, but compared to like the show people, they're finna walk up to this dog, put a slip tie on this dog. They finna slope the hawks and they finna scratch the back of the butt so it could drop down some
Yeah,
more. And
they mess with them a little bit.
yeah, literally make them look good, and that's the handler's job, to hide the defaults. But that's why I say that ring play is tricky because you got to understand you got handlers that train for shit like that. As in, you got a dog that got east to westies and stiff cycle, but under this handler, you will never know because they understand if I pit the feet or the hawks like this and I scratch the back of the butt, it's going to drop down naturally, and it will hold it until I get this first, second, or third place, and I walk off, and then you see this dog is a little stiff. But that's why they also make people walk around the ring because they understand like that. But what happened if somebody that know how to stretch dogs good and they stretch that dog before they hit that ring? So now for that nice 5 to 10 minutes, the dog gonna walk normal. So it's it's tricky.
I seen some shit where they was talking about working dogs that love to run, like real running dogs. You can't have that in the show ring because those type of dogs can't gallop around the ring.
You mean trot? Because those dogs
Yeah,
trot
trot. They
around.
can't trot. They can't
Yeah.
gallop.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sosa's Den said, "Oh, you got something else to say or what?" Before I move on to the next question.
I'm gonna say that's not necessarily true because you got people that got working dogs that teach their dogs, events in tight heels. So it's like that's really all gating is teaching a dog to walk side by side and gait with you. For real, for real.
Okay. So Sosa's Den said, if you wanting a higher rear to help generate power for weight, would that be correct? Now, this is where you would test that. If you got a weight pull dog that has a higher rear and that has a very strong rear assembly, got a very strong back and spine, I think that would benefit a dog pulling weight. If if its whole rear assembly, including the spine, is built for that. You know, so everything has to be proportionally built for that dog to utilize that rear at a higher, at a higher set than you would normally want to see it as. And the only way you can know that, Sosa, is testing that dog out. Because I'm sure there's some dogs in the weight pool that has those higher rears that can pull fucking heavy weight, that are very strong with that high rear. So it all varies. You want to say something, K-Man?
Yeah, I'd say you're right about everything's got to be proportioned to it, but that does give you more leverage having a higher rear, and it makes it harder to stand the dog up too. The dog has more leverage to keep its front down, and more leverage to push off with.
Thank you, K-Man. Thank you for that. You guys paying attention? So Sosa, hopefully we answered your question. I know you had a question, so hopefully that's why we always say everything plays, y'all. When we talk about form and function, everything plays depending on what you want that dog to do, depending on who that dog is and how that dog uses his gifts, whatever God blessed it with, form, function. Just pay attention to it. You might be surprised at how that dog is built, is really working in his favor when it comes to his work, his job, or if it's breaking down, you'll see it too. Like, oh shit, that dog ain't built for it. Okay, so let's go. Let's see what y'all cooked the fuck up in here, man. Salute. Hey, salute chat. Salute to y'all. I'm glad that we got some smart individuals here, man. More smart people. I appreciate you guys. 416 says, but the roach back doesn't create pulling strength. No pulling animal has a roach back. A roach back horses, mules, oxen, sled dogs, etc. So the roach back is more for the fucking greyhound got a roach back, but they're not used for pulling. They're used for running though.
No, facts.
Yeah, different purpose.
So that husky back, you could damn near set a cup on the back of that shit, and it'll sit up straight.
I mean, it didn't hurt the game dogs none when they were sumo wrestling.
Don't the Tulsa got that shit?
Before
A little
this
bit.
is talking about pulling strength.
Yeah, it is more of a speed thing. I mean, when you're weight pulling, you don't tuck your legs way up like that. You can keep them in the back and take little power strokes, little baby steps.
Yeah, so like how Sosa was talking about, a dog with a higher rear set and a stronger rear set and a lower like gravity kind of stabilization to the front is probably better for weight pulling. What I mean? Now, as far as stamina, that's where that balance got to come in. So when we do that sled dog, we'll understand how that dog is built and see why it can pull and have stamina at the same damn time. So that'll be interesting as well. You know what I mean? But you got that on our list, right? Ready?
Yeah, for the foxhound and the Karelian bear dog.
Okay. Yep. Now is that dog a multi-purpose dog? That Corelli is it a sled dog as well? Ready?
I think they are like
It could be.
they're kind of a utility dog. They're like
Yeah. All purpose.
Okay. Cool.
along the lines of a Akita Malamute cross or something.
Okay. All right. Let's keep it going. Y'all cooking. Let's see here. Tiapus. He says a horse doesn't have to crotch to pull. A dog does. A dog does. Roach back to get as low under a dog to pull it out upwards. You guys get what Tiapus says? He says a horse doesn't have to crouch to pull. A dog does. Roach back to get as low under a dog to pull it outwards. You guys get what Tiapus was saying about roach back dogs that can pull versus a horse?
Yeah, I'm not a weight pull expert, but I think the physics don't line up. I don't really think the dog tucks their feet that far forward.
Yeah,
I
I don't
think
think so.
I think we're talking about two different kinds of physics.
That sound like dachshund type shit.
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna say I used to like I'm not gonna lie. I see what he's saying, but at the same time, that will be more of a dog's core. That like I see what he mean, but it's like once that dog with the roaches back take that first two steps, it's like he gonna pull, but
He needs to
compared
drive. He needs to drive off his rears, and if he's got that roach back, it's going to be harder for him to drive off those.
right to get his front two paws down, like so, like that. That's a great example. If we talking about dogs that got all-wheel drive, one got roach back, one don't. When they take off, that dog with the roach back might pop a wheelie, and it's gonna be harder for him to set his wheels back down to get that traction to be able to pull, compared to that all-wheel drive that got it, straight back. It's pulling with all fours in his back. It's pulling with his whole body. It's using every muscle compared to that dog with the roach back. In the first few seconds,
All-wheel drive.
right, right, exactly. You know what? That is true. The dog, it will be in four-wheel drive at that point compared to the roachback. It's damn near, it's going to be in rear-wheel drive to all-wheel drive the whole, damn near the whole pool.
Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna say we probably should do more research on this subject because the loins are definitely a spring for propulsion, but that long running stroke is way too long of a stroke to move any heavy weight. You know what I mean? They need to keep their legs um partially extended. You know what I
I
mean? So
see
they
what he's saying. He said like a patterdale pulling a rabbit out of a hole. That's almost like when I said like a dachshund when they fucking pulling a badger out of the hole and shit. They do some tuck move with their feet because they got that crazy long back and they could get around like they could get like around that inside the inside that tight ass space. They could get around it, like turn around and shit. Where another dog, a regular dog, can't. They could just move in one movement inside the cave. They can't turn around. They could just back up. Get it?
yeah.
Sled 416 said sled dogs don't have roach backs. He said you're confusing leaning forward in a harness, pushing against it for a roach back. You get what 416 is saying? 416 canine with the sled dogs. See, I'm not familiar with the sled dogs. That's why, when we do that modern dog marvels, it's going to be interesting to learn about them and their
Yeah,
structure.
So that's what I was kind of thinking about. What I thought Tips was kind of leaning towards until he went to like the Patterdale Terrier. He kind of confused me on that. But this is what I was thinking. How like sled, like for instance, my Siberian Husky that I used to have, when I slapped his harness on and he was, got to pulling me on the skateboards and shit. I felt the power. He like not one bit of time did when he went to pull me. His front paws ever lifted. It was straight, almost like a front wheel drive to an all wheel drive. It was like that feeling. Like it was like he was pulling more with his chest, and then his back legs was more like the treadmill that was just going. But like you feel me, like his front, whatever his front legs went is where he went. So that's why I was all like it was more like a front wheel.
He's all wheel drive.
But yeah,
'Cause
he's
his
all
his
wheel drive.
none of his feet leave the ground. They
They
stay
stay
on
on
the
the ground.
ground, and he
But
walks with his
compared to
chest.
Fendi, like when she pulled her front legs would like her front legs will lift. Same with Ozzy, his front legs will lift.
He
Like,
walking with his chest and shit.
right, like Coda and like they and I think this is where he's saying like they go forward, like they lean forward. Like I physically felt that motion before, and it do feel it's a little different because it's like the dog got all of this mass in the back, but it's just so strong in the front. It's like talk about balance. We definitely might have to do a lesson about the Siberian Husky or the Husky in general because like the dog is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Like Huskies, they're amazing breeds of dogs. It wouldn't be a dog I would definitely get again, but the dog itself is fucking amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Like just to experience that shit and like their true nature, see the hunting instinct, see the wolf prey drive, watch him eat, feed, get pulled by them. All that shit is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm telling you now, if you're not ready to go outside 2, 3 hours, get pulled, and come back in 30 minutes later, see that dog at that front door, like, come on, let's go. Cause like it took me a minute to realize, like, when they say these dogs is meant to pull 150 miles per day, it took me a real life minute to realize, like, I thought that shit was just sarcasm. No, I seen it. It's been days where I've been off. It's like, bro, I'm finna run your ass all day today just to see. And it's like, he could just go, 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 go. Like the shit is amazing, for real, for real.
Yeah, we can add that to we add that to that other husky type dog. We can do both of them at the same time on that modern dog marvels. We can do that. But Lucky Mills says something that's real. He said from brain motor like a cheetah. So think about the cheetah. The cheetah got a low key, like almost like he got a slight high rear. The cheetah do. You ever look at the cheetah structure?
Yep. He
It's
got
got
the long, slinky legs.
long, sticky legs. Like he got the flexible spine, and then he
Yep.
got like a slight high rear. It's
Yep.
like slight, slight high rear with them long ass rear legs and the angulation.
With that small ass head and shit.
Small head, real a deep rib cage, deep rib
Yep.
cage. He got the tuck, the super duper tuck.
Super tough. Yep.
He got the
Yeah,
eyesight, the praise, the claws, the thick rears to push, to have the power to be able to kick up to that speed,
yeah,
the tough paws to be able to stump in that terrain. I'm not gonna lie, when talking about like true predators, like Mother Nature predators, like man, it's really nothing like a cheetah. But they life, but it's their life span. They don't have the best lifespan for real, for real. That's one thing I'll say about the cheetah. But besides that, them are another. I'm not gonna lie, the cheetah, that's my favorite animal.
yeah.
Shout out to the and
So,
definitely that.
so is the jaguar. The jaguar is a motherfucker too.
Oh yeah, you heard it
Yeah, they got the
African
biggest
king.
fangs.
You
I was
got the
gonna
black
mention.
stripe instead of dots.
Say it again.
They got
You
the
ever?
biggest fangs of all the big cats.
Oh, with the jags.
Yep.
Oh yeah, but like there's a cheetah in Africa called the African king cheetah. And it's like so rare that the cheetah has stripes. It don't have, well, they have spots too, but the back of the back is, it's like it will be 3 to 4 black stripes. It's some of the
Yeah, I
craziest.
seen that shit.
Yeah, that shit crazy looking. And then like they have like, and not to say this like, but the way how they explain them type of cheetahs, they literally explain them in like a vigorous way. Like they prey driving instincts be through the roof. Like they just be on shit 24/7 until like from the day of birth to the moment of death. And it's crazy about them.
Yeah, 416 said 416 K9 says working dogs need straight legs in the front. Alignment needs to be on point. I agree. I agree with that too. You could have a little bit of flair, but the strength needs to be in the shoulders. That shoulder muscle needs to be strong. That shoulder assembly where the elbow and the shoulder meets, that needs to, that assembly needs to be really, really strong. Especially if you have a dog that's very agile and likes to stop on a dime and shit. But straight legs definitely are important. Strong joints is very important, and strong ligaments is very important too. Very important. And you will only know it's important if you ever test your dog, or if your dog does things to where you see like, oh shit, like damn, that was a fluke that happened to you. Like, for example, with my bitch Holy Spirit, you know what I mean? Like, I had to put her to sleep because of this shit. But this bitch was so wiry that when it was time to eat, and because she's competing with all the energy that's, on my yard in the kennel spot, as soon as I come, it's showtime. And she's the out, like she want everybody to know that she is the alpha bitch. So what she would do is I have a nice doghouse, big ass doghouse. She would jump up and down that motherfucker nonstop. She would jump on it, jump down, jump on it, jump down, jump on it, jump down. So then she done found her a rhythm where she'll jump, slide on it, go down, jump, slide on it, go down. And I'm like, bitch, you keep that shit up, you're going to blow your shit out. And that's exactly what she did. It took her a long time to do it, but she eventually blew out one of her ligaments in her fucking left stifle. Blew that bitch out. Where, she was limping on that bitch, but at the end of the day, it's like, nah, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you done fucked up. You know what I mean? But you don't notice that until your dog puts itself through that type of strenuous type of work where it's like, okay, maybe her ligament wasn't as long. But I honestly think that was just a fluke just by her just doing that shit so many times. And eventually, you're going to fuck it up. And I knew that was going to happen. I just felt it. It's like, bitch, you just doing some crazy shit. But unless you out there working your dogs in a way where they're putting that type of stress, remember how we talked about, or how she talked about stress testing your dogs, stress testing? You won't know the capacity of your dog's strength and joints unless you fully test them at a max level. Damn near to the point where it could break or something could go wrong. That's the only way you're going to really know. You know what I mean? So, of course, you don't want it to happen, but that's the reality of it.
I see what Tapes is saying right here. He said he meant roach back was a game dog trait to grab another dog low under the throat and yank the fuck out of it, back up, pulling back is what he meant.
Yep, absolutely. If you ever seen any drawings of the old like medieval game dogs, they look like a cross between a kangaroo and a Shar Pei. They're like a massive type looking dog with high rears and little tiny short front feet and big wrinkly heads.
Yeah, I saw some of them paintings before.
Okay. Tiapus. If I pronounce his name, y'all know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about, Tiapus. That's it. I think that's how you say
I'm
your name.
calling them types
Okay.
or
Type
tapes.
tapes. Okay. He says we have a breed here in New Zealand called the New Zealand Huntaway. It's Doberman, Rottweiler, German Shepherd mix we use for sheep herding and pig hunting. They're like mountain walls with explosive energy. Oh, that's a cool damn mix right there. It's a Doberman, Rottweiler, Shepherd mix. But you know what's so crazy? Well, the Doberman wasn't a Doberman until it was a Doberman, but that's what's in the Doberman back in Lewis's days, right? He used a Rottweiler and German Shepherd, didn't he?
Yeah, those was in there.
Those was in there, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah. Uh,
yeah, so that's interesting. That's dope. Y'all been over here cooking in this mug, boy. Salute. Salute to all the smart dogmen in the chat, man. Dylan said, "You see sled dogs now. They're not pure huskies. They're cross dogs." Well, hey, I guess we'll find out. But go ahead, Cayman. I think you were about to tap in.
yeah, the Alaskan Husky's been um, composite breed for a long time. They got they got greyhound and short hair and all kinds of stuff in them.
And we know why. You know, I like we said, if it's common sense to those of us who really work their dogs, and you see your dog is not, adapting to what your needs are, right? You're going to add different things to make your dog adapt, just like you would do with your car.
I had to put some wolf in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but then
did that too.
but wouldn't that almost fuck your shit up throwing that wolf in there because of
Nah,
the skittishness of humans, how they feel about humans?
no.
No, because out here in Vegas, we're the residents are allowed to have timber wolves, so it's kind of normal to come across somebody that got a German Shepherd mixed timber wolf or a timber wolf mixed husky, a Malibu. It'd be crazy shit, but I done
You
seen full
gotta
bred timber
you
wolves.
gotta select the right pup
Hey,
out the
facts,
litter.
A
facts.
lot of it is they're timid of people. They're timid of people that aren't in their pack, and they don't make like good guard dogs. Like the first cross. But yeah, and they don't like when people mix a wolf into their bloodline. They don't stop there, unless they're selling wolf dogs. If they're trying to exploit the wolf for traits, they're diluting it down a quarter, eighth, or something.
Okay, okay, I understand. All right, let's see what else we got. Yeah, y'all over here cooking.
You know what though, kid, man? That is true. They don't. They very are hostile. Um, every Timberwolf that or cross that I done came across, they give you this look like if you move wrong, you gonna lose the arm, and it's like you just always want to look at them from a far back, but it's like the few that I have been able to get up close on and really just like analyze, they was pretty nice for the most part, but still like the handler or the owner, they was telling me like, hey, don't pet them like this, or it's like you really can't, like you can't deal with them like a dog. It's not no I'm finna go pull on this Timberwolf ear or Timberwolf cross ear. No, the way it might respond could really be fatal. Like, and it's not no, oh, Betsy, stop. Cupcake, stop. No, once they own, they're on. And I had a few people honestly tell me that owned them too. Like, and also told me like I heard a few times how they fight. Like it sounds crucial. I heard somebody tell me one time when they Timberwolves was fighting in the backyard. They said it sounded like horses running around. Like literally, they said it sounded like horses running around. I was like, that's some crazy shit.
We got Dylan. Dylan said the terriers that are in the pit bulls have whippet. You guys hear Dylan when he says that?
And we know who. Let me stop.
That line.
Okay.
Yeah, the
Let's
pit
see.
bull hound line and a Tulsa line and a Labrador line and a bulldog line, a whippet line.
Everything.
But let's be real though, them pit bull whippets and greyhound mixes, they get the job done. They got their purpose.
Them lurchers.
Yeah, those sight hounds have a drive just like a pit bull, just like a terrier.
My bad, Reddy, you cut out on my end. You said lurchers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, them lurchers, they get the job done too, for sure. They out there in the UK going crazy with them. Europe too. America need to get like overseas, man. We need to start mixing shit up like them. You know, just get with program, just a little bit.
I know they're bold out there because they use their dogs to actually work. Out here, it's all, you know what I mean? Most people just have real pets. They're not using their dogs. The majority of the people, right? Of course there are people that are using their dogs for works if you got farms and whatever, right? But if you're a hunter, whatever. But most people just have pets here in America. Most people overseas, they actually have utility dogs. Their dogs are there as not just companions, but they're actually helping the family in a work capacity. So of course, like I said, if a dog is lacking something, you're going to breed it accordingly. You're not going to be purebred.com, purebred, only way you're not doing that overseas. And that's why when we watched that video, when we were talking about, when I was addressing Mr. Morales, when we did the Mutts Mongrels, and I showed that video of that gentleman who was buying dogs overseas, and they had them small ass Malinois, and they wanted that military money. And he said, we need bigger dogs. So what he said, they went into their mad scientist mode and start breeding all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? To get that size in them dogs. They wasn't like, okay, well, I'm just gonna keep breeding these same small ass mouths to small ass mouths. They knew better because they needed those dogs to do a job for the military, U.S. military. So they had to cook the way they cook. But if you're not doing anything with your dogs here in the United States, you're like, we got these guard dogs, right? But what are you guarding? What is your dog guarding? What? Who's coming to your house to break in that motherfucker? It's not like you're living in a hostile area where you really need a guard dog. Where you know what I'm saying? Like where your dog is really being tested. Which forces you, if your dog is not doing the job, to correct it. Breed it right. Go ahead, K man. Was you gonna say something?
I was gonna say they have police everywhere. You were saying something about a hostile environment.
What do you mean by police everywhere? What do you mean by that?
I mean, to me, that's a good enough reason to have a dog.
To save yourself from the police. Word.
Well, that is, like you said, that to me, your dog is the police. You know what I mean? Like The coldest killer is afraid of a damn dog. You know what I'm saying? The coldest killer is afraid of a damn dog. So at the end of the day, that's a great deterrent. You know what I mean? It's gonna give away the enemy's fucking position, and most combatants don't want to get bit by a dog. I know I don't. I don't care how tough I am. I definitely don't want to get bit by no damn dog. You know what I'm saying? I've been accidentally bit and I didn't like it. So imagine getting a bite that was intent. It was an intent bite. Imagine how that feels. I don't even want to imagine it. Yeah, y'all cooking on these damn roach backs. Y'all cooking over here. Okay. I think we done hit everything. Yeah, we done hit everything, you guys. So again, great class tonight. I want to thank all of you guys in the chat for participating, and I want to thank you guys, the panel, for participating. You know, we got some modern dog marvels. Maybe, you know, matter of fact, we'll do one of the modern dog marvels next week, and then, you know, we'll get into the motors. You know what I mean? We'll get into the brains. You know what I mean? So we'll keep cooking, but we got a couple modern dog marvels, and we got 2 to be exact. So we'll definitely cook on one of those next week. We'll figure out which one it is, but we'll cook on one of those. We'll reverse engineer one of those 2 dogs that we just talked about, the foxhound and whatever that other dog is.
Karelian bear dog.
There we go. So we'll do one next week, and then we'll figure out the next time we'll do the other one. We'll definitely do a reverse engineering on one of those 2 dogs next week. You know what I mean? So I will let you guys know, panel, ahead of time, so that you guys can have you guys' notes and can cook on it before we do the structure breakdown like we do now. But man, I want to give you guys all a salute. Thank you guys for, you know, hanging in here for the classroom. You know, awesome class. I appreciate the participation. Real talk. I appreciate you guys participating, man, because I'm hoping in the future that as we grow, you know, the new people will be able to come in and really elevate their learning, man, because we got so many smart engineers here that if they was paying attention in class, they would learn a lot. Like, I mean, it'd be overwhelming what they would be able to learn. But at the same time, I would love for them to apply the things that they're learning here in this classroom, you know, which I do pay attention to you guys, which I'm grateful that you guys pay attention to me. You know what I mean? But anything you guys want to say to the chat before we bounce out?
Salute, chat. Thanks for participating, man. See y'all next week, man.
Big salute to the chat. Salute to Coach, Caveman, and Ready. See y'all next Thursday, man. Thank y'all for the participation.
Okay, man.
Yep. Thanks all for coming. Have a good night. Caveman 1974 on YouTube. And Caveman Seeds on Instagram. See you next time.
Yep, give them a follow, man. And make sure you guys go shop my merch. Go get you some of that quality merch, okay? It's right there on the ticker. On the ticker is Formula One K9's gear.printful.me. Again, Formula One K9's gear.printful.me. Go shop my merch. Support your boy. You know what I mean? But until next time, you know, we out. Peace.
Peace.
Listen, do some work. Do some work. Why? Do some work. Why? Do some work. Do some work. Get some blood on your shirt. Do some work. Get some blood on your shirt. Do some work. Get some blood on your shirt. Do some work. Get some blood on your shirt. Do some work. Get some blood on your shirt. Take off your skirt. Yeah, don't flirt. Get it in. Yeah, it's time to win. Yes, it's time to get up. Yes, it's time to win. Yes. free from sin, born again. Do some work, get some blood on your shirt. It's so frightening, it's exciting. When I get it, then it strikes like lightning. Electricity, do some work. Don't be afraid to get blood on your shirt. Yeah, sometimes it hurts, but I guarantee it works. Ooh, don't flirt, don't wear a skirt. Be a man, please understand. It's time to work, it's time to do additions. It's time to work, it's time to go on missions. Stay in tune with the God, fuck the squad. If you ain't in tune with us, yeah, I go solo, don't you know though? So 100 nation, that's for sure though. I do the work, I get blood on my shirt, oh my God, yes it squirts. But I let it release, I get the peace. Oh my God, I slay them devils, rest in peace. Till they lay down and deceased. And do some work, get some blood on your shirt. I don't acknowledge no shit that is fake. I can't stand police niggas, they're jakes. Yes, you cannot relate. Sometimes you do the math that doesn't equate. Oh my God, heaven's sakes. Oh my God, what the hell, yeah. What's the smell? I don't smell shit, cause you don't know how to do nothing. You don't know how to do it. Nigga, quit, forfeit, lay it down. Shh, don't make a sound. Yes, I'm profound and I get it in. Yes, we're born to win. I said, do some work, get some blood on your shirt. It's a soldier's life, nigga, blood on your shirt. Fuck all the laughing shit, fuck all the flirts, fuck all the play shit, fuck all the skirts. We not feminine, we not like women. We like men, we get it, then we born again. Stop that shit, please, stop that shit. Do some work and get some blood on your shirt. Don't make me shake you up, don't make me wake you up, don't make me slam you down, lay you to the ground. Shake you up, take the bitch out of you, lift you up, take the bitch out of you. I pursue to take the bitch out of you. I pursue to take the bitch out of you. Ladies, don't be afraid. Fuck these niggas, don't be they slave. Yes, they'll take you down to the grave. Listen, bitches, don't be they slave. Fuck with a king, be a queen. Come through, move like a machine. Stay mean and stay clean. Look up in the sky, yes, have a dream. Martin Luther King, the God that flows through me. Yes, they call me T-E-E-S-I-R-E-T. Sire, oh, I'm on fire. Lightning strikes, I ain't no liar. I speak the truth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Press rewind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Press rewind. Yes, it strikes through the spine. It strikes through the roof. It's the truth. Mathematics, get it in. Mathematics, get it again. 1, 2, 3.